Something missing, something. Down, something. Somebody stole my gun. Who stole my gun? Oh, they just put it back. All right, everybody all right? All right, took to be here. One more again. Ain't that right? He spared our life. Nice to be here to make sure we get it right. Y'all been looking at the news, and y'all see that thing winding up. The so-called Negro done played around long enough with the white man religion. He done prayed to his God. He done paid his taxes. Gone in the education system, he failed us. We paid his taxes. We took care of his babies. We cleaned his house. We cut his grass. We built his corporation. We helped illustrate and orchestrate the Constitution as amendments, a Bill of Rights, and we still don't have any. I don't know what it's going to take for the so-called Negro to turn, but we to blame. The earthquake in Haiti, the thunderstorm, the fires, the viruses, all of this is because of the so-called Negro. He had not turned to his Elohim. He had decided to sit here and worship this man's God. Keep that man ritual, that man's statue, and they've been against Elohim statues. It's time for us to take our stance and let them know we've been here too long. Time for us to get it right. We are a nation. We're not a people. People can be dispersed and scattered. A nation stay together. A nation got something that bounds them together. We have nothing in America that bounds us together. Nothing but poverty, racism, discrimination, police brutality and murders, mass incarceration, cancer, high blood pressure, and diabetes. That does not make a nation. That weakens a nation. They disperse us down and deplete us to being a disgraceful people. What are we planning to do? It's another Shabbat. This is Yahuwah's Shabbat. Yahuwah is angry. He's angry with the whole of Rise. His people had not conformed. His people will not turn. His people love these people and love the world stuff. Isn't that right? We've been used to what we've been calling a life of pleasure, being able to go out and do things. But when doing them, we turn away from our Elohim. Now Elohim will turn us back to him. These people can have all the party they want, and you can go to them. 9 times out of 10, you're going to get sick. Or somebody with you are gravely ill. He's going to take you down. That place is not our home. When these white people get ready, they'll have something, just like the Olympics. Height, as worse as the disease has been, he lied long enough to get his Olympics out. And while he had his Olympics, another form of the disease popped up on him. All of them, you know that he named them out the Greeks, Alpha and Beta and Gamma, now they're Llama. Isn't that right? Greek rule don't never stop. While it was going on in the Olympics, Mr. Yahuwah was destroying Olympia in Greece. I don't know what it's going to take for it to see. It ain't but one Elohim. Why would they God burn down his own stuff? Our Elohim has showed up, and he's showing out. It's just time for us to break away from him. More I think, but I don't know why people are so afraid of these people. What can they do? They got chased out of Afghanistan. They got whooped in Somalia. They lost the Revolutionary War. They lost the war against Hitler with France. We bailed them out of that one. He could not beat Hitler. That was a lie from the pits of hell. None of they white boys could beat Hitler. Took us to go there and beat him. Every time he sent a bomber, he'll shoot it down. Because the black man, we've been in the air. This ain't our first time. When he made Adam in the garden, he told him, said, let him have dominion over everything in the air. That's why we was there to take him down. If you're in the air and I'm in the air, you coming down. We got dominion. If we fight you on the land, I'm going to beat you on the land. We got dominion. When he gave it to Adam, he told him to subdue it. We ain't supposed to be compromised with no rock. We supposed to take it over. That's what he got. He told the individual, he said, let him have it. If you don't give it to her, we're going to take it. He weakened down. Nobody looking at it. Nobody want to talk about it. He don't want to tell you he's afraid. He took all his troops and he ran out of there. He let some Arabs, some mixed Anglo-Saxon people come there and chase him out. When the Negro used to inhabit all of it. We had it all. Whole Middle East was ours. All of Africa was ours. They go have one white baby and then they got 200 years of history they were there before the world began. Where did history come from? Time for us to just stump up and start being men and women like we're supposed to. That's why I've been telling you, the easy way for us to recover is for us to mend our ways with our Elohim. Then we got to mend our ways with one another. The so-called Negro man got to fix his problem we got with other Negro men. Then we got to fix our problem we got with the Negro woman. The Negro woman got to fix her problem she got with other Negro women. Then we got to get our kids back. We got to bring our kids back home, and we got to establish our place with our kids. We got to know this is how it'll run down. It's the father, the mother, and the children, and that's how it's going to be ran. The children ain't got no business running the fathers or the mothers. We don't need no shacking up. We don't need no girlfriends or boyfriends in the home. We need husbands and wives in the home. If you're not married, can't but one person stay in that house with them kids. Isn't that right? We got to give them back stability. They don't have it. We got to give it back to them. Isn't that right? Once we get ourselves back together where we need to and repair our relationship with our Elohim with one another, we can take the place over. There's no way they can stop us. Isn't that right? Once we start speaking the same thing, even the book declared, Elohim declared, he said nothing can be kept back from them. And we all get together on one page. That was the other nation. But you think about it, we got together and we spoke the same thing. He said nothing can be held back from them. We can build out with the Shamayim. Isn't that right? We can do it. It's in the book. They did it. You see him fascinated by some cracker with some rocket ship. Man, we built the stairway. Even the OJ sung about us. Isn't that right? We built a stairway all the way to Shamayim. Before they gonna talk about the first man to the moon and the space, we been to space and back. Saying, listen to this man food. Don't y'all know Kanuk, who they call Enoch? He was translator and he walked with Elohim. We been in and out of this place. When we set up and we ask for a man to be over the adult, the congregation, we ask for somebody that can go in and can go out. They can lead us out and bring us back in. We've been in and out of this place. Sit around here and let a white man write a book he done lied about. He ain't been nowhere and gonna tell you what everything look like. Man, get a piece of paper and draw the whole planet and show you where everybody at. I don't believe it. Isn't that possible? I can scatter people in this building, you won't know where everybody at. You think I believe you know where everybody on this planet? You don't believe the white man tell me how many people in one place and how many people in another place? Where you getting that number from? He did a census. He always done told lies. Hello? I don't know what y'all gonna do. It's winding up. We getting ready, but make no mistake though, the people gonna have to flow their way though. As they flow in, I'm gonna be flowing some more out. I do replacement. I don't do all that adding. That's what they did when one of Shalot failed, didn't it? They replaced him. Isn't that right? Mr. Yahuwah got, listen, the Malkut is only described and drawn out for a particular set of number of people. Everybody ain't getting in. I wouldn't tell nobody no lie. Listen, you can pray and get on your knees and do what you want to. If your Lord ain't fully committed to it, you ain't gonna get in. It's only for particular people. And those particular people have already set their mind and got to set their minds and prepare their Lord to realize, listen, if nobody will get in, I got to make it in. He even turned the laws of the young people. I got a beloved young daughter out in Mississippi. She sent me a letter yesterday. I called her name out Palau and had me to Palau for her. She got the chance to come through and see her. Y'all probably don't remember. Y'all encouraged her when she seen y'all. Said, did a lot of good to see y'all young people. She a young daughter too. She got a mindset. She want to live this way. Got a mind. These young people, they ain't stupid. Says she listen. So you're a father figure to a lot of us out here. So even to my father, you're a father figure. A lot of people looking for somebody to hold a standard. At the end of the day, it's getting late. We done played around long enough. Y'all hear me? I'm telling you, we done got late. Everybody, I tell y'all all the time, take an inventory of everything you got. Your wife, your husband, your kids, your finance, your cars, your business, your insurance, everything you got, your 401k. At the end of the day, which one of them things worth you dying and burning forever? At the end of the day, you got to make up your mind which side you on. Isn't that right? It'd be a terrible way for you to live all that time, go through here, then you to moot and die, and you mess around, you leave here, then you got to come into judgment, and after that, it's over with. I'm working for eternal life. That's the only reason I'm here. I get up with that when I lay down, I'm allowing, I'm considering that man before I close my eyes. I'm considering him. I'm considering my ways. I'm considering, I'm asking him. If it's something I'm missing, if it's something I don't see, if it's something that I got to hang up with, let me see it, and I want to move away from it. Isn't that right? That's all I'm at. I learned to a point when I ask him to do something, people say, give me the power, give me the mind. If you give me the word, I got the mind. I got the mind. Just let me see it in the word. I got the mind to do it because I want to be saved. Y'all young people, I talk to my young people all the time. Do not think that you are exempt from dying and burning. I'm not going to have no nursery rhyme daycare center to tell you no lie. You'll leave him just like us. See, the time we don't play with these people, you live in a nation where these people ready to kill you at any time. They don't kill you with education, incarceration, and vaccination. They're not exempt. From the time a Negro baby born, they already sticking needles and poking on you. Then they roll you off in a room somewhere, nobody get to see it. That's all these babies. We don't know. Listen, do y'all remember they showed that video of that white lady playing with that little black baby? Brand new picking the baby up, look at it damn, making a fool out of it. And all we do, we just trust. Then they roll back in the room like, here you go, your baby. Baby crying, upset, red. You think, well, that's normal to do. Yeah, normal. They've been poking and picking at them. Jumping up. You got that video. Let them see what they do to their babies. We've been trying to stay. We want to set up where we birth our own kids, get them away from them. What we expect Mizraim to do with our kids? It's in the book. They got an order from their chief pharaoh that when our babies are born, it's a baby boy to kill it. You know how many women have had their baby left those rooms and they came back in there and dropped the man to tell them, I'm sorry to tell you your baby didn't make it. Instead of tell you I killed your baby when I took it in the other room away from you. We keep trusting master. Tuskegee spearmint didn't teach her nothing. Crack cocaine didn't teach her nothing. His birth control didn't teach her nothing. How many women he left defective from his birth control pill? When he came out, he started sticking their arms and telling them they ain't got to worry about taking the pill. It'll just naturally just start working inside your body. So when he took it out, how you know it ain't still working? Don't you know even if you drink beer or liquor and you get drunk, even after you drink it and after you pass what you feel like passing out, you can still have some leftover residue of the feelings and the reactions of it. Even if you regurgitate it back up, you can. How many of y'all have gotten so drunk you done regurgitated, vomited? How many of you vomited you were sober? But your body excretes what it felt like was poison to kill it. How were you still drunk? Because there's still an aftermath. And we've been sitting around playing with that man that though it don't happen, it don't exist. I'm going to tell y'all now, it pushes to that point. The so-called Negro, we're going to have to take a stand. I'm telling you, I know it, I can feel it. We going to have to take a stance against this man. We can't wait on their Congress, their Senate. We can't want which is legislative. Then you got your judicial, the police system, and then you got your executive branch, the police, and the president and the Senate. We can't let these people do nothing for us. Anybody gonna do something for us, it's gonna have to be us. Y'all hear me? Anybody gonna do something for the so-called Negro, it's gonna have to be us. I'm against marching to Washington to beg a white man for anything. I refuse to ask a white man, an Asian man, Hispanic man, or any other nation for anything that belongs to us. When we go to see these white people, it's going to be to tell them what we're doing. There's a difference between asking and telling. I'm letting you know, this the new rule right here. This is how it's said. And from here, we're willing to defend it to death. How are we going to recover our men? How are we going to recover our women? You know what? Our home been dysfunctional so long, to us, it seems like normalcy. Daddy don't show up, come home every 2-3 days. Mama don't cook, mama don't clean up, run the street and hang out. Kids take care of themselves. That's not normal. Don't set these homes up like it's supposed to be. When them kids come home, somebody need to be there. Somebody need to be there monitoring, making decisions. We come home, you come home, don't do no work, try to run back in late at night and try to pick it up and get her, don't even do it. We got to fix these homes. That's right. That's what he wants to do. Then while you're not there, somebody else know you're not there. We asked the neighbor to look back. Years ago, you asked the neighbor to look in. Now your neighbor is detrimental to you. Because if your neighbor don't believe what you believe and don't stand for what you stand for in principle, this is another predator watching your kids. Don't you know there are animals that kill other animals that's of the same nature, same culture? Every lion cub ain't killed by a hyena, by a Cape buffalo. They killed by other predators, other lions. So we got to defend our homes. I know. For us, let me tell you what gets us. Anytime anybody of color makes a decree that our people need to establish ourselves. We need to be the protective defenders of our homes. We need to be the Medicaid of our homes. We need to be the welfare of our home. The first thing they never put your mind to what? They terrorists. They want to kill America. We want to kill America. We want to kill stupidity. If we want to kill our poverty and infection among our people, the only way to do it is to break away from these people so you can recover yourself. You can't recover yourself fighting these people. Even if you spending all your time fighting these people, you missing something. You know what happened? How many of y'all watch boxing? You know what you'll find with boxing if you're familiar with it? Hypothetically, if I'm number 2 contender, you world champion, and y'all two getting ready to box, you know I'm going to be at that match. Who you focusing on, me? You focusing on him, because that's who you immediately fighting. And I'm sitting at the ringside, so I'm studying you to look at how I'm going to beat you while you fighting him. So only thing you've been focusing and training for to fight who, me? He been fighting him, to fight him. That's his main focus, to get him out of the way. Why you been doing that? I'm watching you. He watching you. He watching you, and all of us are studying you to get ready to take you down. They need us to fight and hate one another. No, that whenever they fight, the next person always at the ring. They ain't sitting up in the back stands in their car. Front row, sit him watching. Just sit him watching the whole time. So while you been training, while you been focusing to fight your opponent, it's some more people watching you waiting to fight you too. That's how he been defeating us. That's how he beats us out. It's time for us to break away from that man and get ourselves together. We don't need to fight each other no more. We need to conversate. And from our conversation, we need to take action. Done with it. Done fighting each other. What we've accomplished fighting each other? Destroyed neighborhood, tore up things, killed innocent kid playing, 2 and 3 and 5 years old through our stupidity. We sold drugs and poisoned our own people and killed our own people at the hand of this man. We kill one another at the hands of these men. A felon can't go to no pawn shop and can't go to no Walmart and buy no gun. He puts them on the street for us. Where you getting the bullets from? He puts them on the street for you at a higher cost than what they cost in the store. So your death is expensive. That tells you that the white man puts a high expense and availability on killing you. Niggas can't manufacture no cocaine and no heroin. I'll take any one of them niggas from the street. I've done it. Get them nigga to plant and say, let me see you make it. Let me see you grow. I give them the seed, so let me see you grow it, then break it down and manufacture it. Not one of them can do it. These crackers got a laboratory. They'll run themselves on a Johnson & Johnson, Pfizer. You think all they working on is a vaccine? They the one got the disease. Why you don't see all these other companies with the cures out here? SmithKline. All these people are the folk that make the disease. And they also manufacture your cocaine and your heroin. These same companies get your opioids. All that pain medication. Opium. This is what he used. He takes it from China. He takes it from Vietnam. He takes it from Laos. He gets it from Afghanistan. He's going to fight Pakistan. Y'all more time. He's going to fight Pakistan. He's already working the story. He's going to tell you that the Taliban has spilled over into Pakistan. Pakistan got nukes. He got to be real smart how he going to Pakistan. That's why he's packing up. He already done got enough dope out of Afghanistan. And look how he left the country. That's how he done us when he came to Africa. He saved a nigga. You was in Africa with your green monkey and your green monkey scratcher and gave you AIDS. So what he did, it brought you over here and you infected him, or did he infect us? It's an immune deficiency. How you gonna get immune deficiency when you got all the plants that give life? You got all the plants with the antibiotic. How do you have an immune deficiency? We never knew nothing about immune deficiency until we came into contact with him. How does malaria pick us out and let the white man go? All the disease they got in Europe, you don't have to go get no malaria shot when you go there. Just when you come, he give you all the fears and the phobia going where you came from. Ain't no fear going to England. I've been to Europe. Them folks didn't give me, they ain't me for no shot records. They ain't checked me to frisk me out to make sure we all white. We clean. Going to Africa, you got to take pill, take shot, poke you, make sure you got everything, because he wants you to realize, you know what? It ain't even worth going. Because if you go, then you'll put your eyes and you'll see the truth. You'll see, you won't see all these nigga baby he's showing you on commercial can live off 50 cents a day. Can your kid live off 50 cents a day? Why he trying to convince you our kids can do it? Because he wants to show you something to make you feel like your life here in his poverty and under his degradation is better than what it will be in Africa where you'll be free. Africa got industry, institutions. Africa bought the lie that they had to go to Europe and go to France to be educated. That's so they could go to white jobs, the white corporations. Africa ain't got to go nowhere. We got knowledge. Your oldest knowledge, your better information going to be in our region where we come from. That's where everything started at. Man, you pick up a handful of America, this junk 2 weeks old and throw it back down. You can't use that junk. You can't build no nation off that junk. You going to try to grow everybody off of corn? You can't even digest corn. Why you think the Mexicans so short? You can't grow no corn where we come from. The stuff that they get these people, we can't use it. Where we come from, it's going to be more rich, going to be more vibrant. You know, we go to where life actually exists. You can walk and you can see the elephant. You can see all these different creatures Elohim made, you know what? And we give respect and homage to one another. We respect them, and they got enough rule, they got enough land to run to do what they want, the Serengeti. Over 2,200 miles of open plains. And these crackers will reduce it down to a city block. Now what you think gonna happen when we come into contact with the animal, they come into contact with us? It's gonna be war. 2,200 square miles dedicated. Listen, just open plain. Can you imagine that? That's where we come from. But this white man will draw a map and show you Africa. Africa about the size of California. The capital about the size of Conyers. Anything to convince your mind, because he know he's done so much damage to us, he know we're going to trust him. We'll trust anybody but our Creator and somebody that'll come to help us. When you come to help our people, the first thing they do, they'll take it as hate. Piss with them. We should have been broke away. We should have been broke away. We got the knowledge. We got the manpower. He the one keep telling y'all number reducing. He doing the count. How many of y'all know all these people he keep telling you about? 1 out of every 3 of us is gay. How many of y'all know these numbers? How many of y'all know all these people he tell you about? He tell you about all these people. How many people you know that actually got cancer? Most of these people don't. Look at the numbers he give you. These are numbers that he give you. How many times he be called to ask you these questions? Are you gay? How many men I got in here? How many of y'all men in here got a phone call from your government, from your survey to ask you were you gay? They ask you, do you have blood pressure and cancer and diabetes? Where they getting all these numbers from? Who they talking to? How many of y'all women getting these calls? This is what he tell you, and this is what we accept. Let's see white America treat our babies. This how I make you feel good.
We have been getting numerous emails and messages into our newsroom from viewers extremely upset about these pictures.
Y'all see that said plural, babies. They don't say baby. That's an S. Y'all see that black finger right here? Who baby she got? F that baby. I don't even do this to white kids. I don't do this to white adults. Tell me what could this black baby do to you to make you do this? The fact that tell you now they saying these newborn babies are abused by this is one nurse. You see that? Because there'll be an S if it were more than one nurse. So the S at the end of baby means it's more than one. The S at the end of nurse means it's more than one nurse. What they got from him? How I currently feel about these many Satans. Y'all see this? She said, this is how I currently feel about these many. She said, if these are the many Satans, who the big Satans? And you lay him with your legs open these people, and they put you through stress positions. Anybody with any kind of medical knowledge know it ain't smart or it ain't safe for a woman to have a baby laying on her back. It's smart of her to sit up like she's sitting on a stool. Just like how many of y'all take a dunk laying on your back? Well, that's I ain't gonna say. Some of them do. Let me stop that. I'm talking what with the drawers on. What did it tell you? This is a constant that we're giving them our baby. We wonder why our baby crying. They just come back and you try to figure out they handle them so rough. Not easier to tear their skin or injure them, their bones not developed. They'll snatch them up real quick and grab them because you know what? It ain't their baby. Who you think, where she think you get her teaching from? Who you think coached her, encouraged her to do this? To have a mindset, you're in a healthcare field. People dying, people injured, people needing help, and your view of them are their Satans. I know you don't care. You don't care. Help them build more white hospital for them. And you know what they want to do? This is a nigga mine. I ain't finna have my baby in that nigga hospital. I'm gonna go to the white hospital. They know how to treat them. Who programmed your mind to tell you that? Think how many of them do, man, I'm gonna have my baby in a good, clean, white hospital. You think that's a nigga hospital? Is that the end of that video? All right, let's do it. Oh, what they're showing or doing it again or something? It does what? Oh, let me see what they wrote at the end. Y'all got a second, don't you? Look at these good, clean white folks. See what they think about you.
Now, we're getting answers for you tonight. We've reached out to Naval Hospital Jacksonville. The hospital sent us this statement, which reads in its entirety. They say that they are aware of the video and photo posted online. It's outrageous, unacceptable, incredibly unprofessional, and cannot be tolerated. We have identified the staff members involved. They have been removed from patient care, and they will be handled by the legal system and military justice. We're in the process of notifying the patient's parents. Now, we have been working to contact the employees in those photos. We have not been able to reach them. Of course, we will continue to try to contact them and follow this case closely and bring you the latest details here on air and online at firstcoastnews.com.
Well, what happened to these employees? This is what nigga think, because the news tell they gonna do something. I assure you, they've been blowed up on the brim. And these are military people that serve their country, who fought for these people. Matter of fact, I got two men from Jacksonville. I used to go down to Jacksonville. I was gonna actually put one down in Jacksonville years ago, establishment down there. Good thing I didn't. I had to tear that little hospital up. Something like that, what you do to them people, you get them over to the parent. That's how they want to handle them. Give them to the parent, let the parents handle them like they handle their kids. I want to know what happened to them. I'm sure nothing. It's all been blown off because I remember the story came out. See, we'll think when the news say somebody that's the end of the story, it's never the end of the story for them. They keep it moving. So that when all these white boys and white girls went to the White House on January the 6th, they already admitted, they're going right back up there too. You know what they're going there tomorrow for? To make sure that those people arrested don't get charged. Y'all seen the crime, right? See how white people stand behind their own people. They said nothing happened. It was a normal day at the Capitol. And they're going up there to protest to make sure them people not charged for it. Now, why is it that the so-called Negro can't stand up behind their own people when they're doing right? They'll stand behind their people when they're wrong. Risk their life and they say they're willing to go to jail and die for something wrong. Negro get somebody to do something right, they ain't gonna do nothing. Oh, disciplinary in Jacksonville nurses. Fire after making black, that's all, yeah, I'm sure. Surely she can't get another job. Look at that nurse. See, this is when it's really professional. 2 Jacksonville, Florida nurses have been relieved of their duties. That sound like something terrible? They know how to write a news story to make it sound like almost nothing. After video footage of them making a newborn baby dance to rap music, the women took to Snapchat to not only record the ridiculousness, but to also label the infant many Satans. In the footage, a woman is seen holding up the middle finger at the baby, who is believed to be just a few hours old. The caption accompanying the footage said, "How I currently feel about these many Satans." It didn't take very long for the images to go viral, as soon as 2 Naval Hospital nurses were fired? Is that with or without pay? See, suspending is bad for you, nigga. It's good for white folk when they got it. Because you know what? Let me ask you a question. Once you seen the video, what's the suspension for? When your judge say you do something, they don't suspend you. They fire you on sight, nigga. See how white folk get all these benefits? She wasn't fired. They were relieved. They was relieved, and then after that, they were suspended. So it could be an investigation. So if you're not sure, then you know you do have to pay me until it's finally concluded. See, this is how they do white folk. Video don't help us. Y'all think these camcorders help us out on these police jackets and on their shirt ties? It's still gonna be it's still open to interpretation. Her word, many Satan. In the video, one of the women can be heard saying, "We're going to," where? As a nurse holds a baby by the arms and moves the infant to the sound of 50 cents in the club. She said, "We're going to hell." That's what they said. What she said, they going to hell or the baby going to hell? Got the baby dancing, saying the baby going to hell. Now, this is what they'll tell you, why it's important for you to pay attention. Do you know what they'll teach white women to do when they're pregnant? You talk to the baby, you read to the baby. How many of y'all familiar with this technique? You talk to the baby in your belly and you read the baby, because it's believed the baby could feel the nurturing. So you can see why our kids are programmed before they get started. And you get your kid and wonder, boy, what in the devil wrong with you? You just act so crazy. You just always doing something like you possess. Think of what the baby is hearing when it's here. If the baby is capturing this information in the belly, what is the baby capturing when the baby's alive? When the first knowledge of really human interaction is you going to hell. Little Satan, you little mini Satan, you going to hell. So kid he come out a rapper, I don't care if I die or live, I'm ready to go to hell. And you're trying to figure, where you getting this from? They working. Now what you do, you send them to their daycare. Well, get some more interaction. Well, they'll take your baby and they charge you $175, $205 for a newborn. Well, they'll keep impregnating this information. Then you'll put him in his pre-K, where he'll feed him and he'll educate him some more. Then you'll put him in his education system, where he'll start the program getting more propaganda. Then after a while, you'll start getting suspended. By 3rd, 4th, 5th grade, they'll start looking at, maybe we need to start looking at putting him on some type of Ritalin, or maybe even some counseling. So the counselor getting the first thing I want to know, is your mom and dad live at home? Does your dad do drugs? Is your mom on drugs? Do different men come to your house? So now we can start getting information about your home, and we can start programming telling that's part of your problem. Now we can label the whole family as detrimental to the child and not their white rhetoric. Do y'all understand how detrimental this is? So you'll move on from it. They've been relieved. Did they say they can't get another job? This was where their license taken. So when they go to another hospital, what they'll do? I'll never use them words again. No, I guarantee you I won't F up and make another public video. I make sure so you got to think, how comfortable were you to have the conversation with your nerd friend and say, let's make this video. Let's call it minute Satan and say going to hell. This is the mentality of people that go to school. These little witches, I call them witches, y'all know what they rhyme with. These little witches ain't nothing but Dr. Kevorkian daughters. Assisted suicide, that's what they should have been charged for. But that kid grow up, that kid gets suspended, get arrested, do anything violent in school and stab another kid with a pencil, they need to go to jail, to prison. And they need to send them over there to Nigger Island. I'm proposing to build Nigger Island. Nigger Island will have our own prison. We'll only keep 3 prisoners. When we get to 4, we execute. Sometimes we can already see a flood coming in. We might start at 2. Especially for some stuff. What you think they'd have did to me or one of our black sisters had they took white babies doing that? Men is Satan and dancing them around. You think they're going to let them keep a professional license? When you start reading the caption, I already tell you, you start reading the Reddit, some reporters say, I want to use fire. That said relieved. That show you the propaganda in their writing. They never want their people to look in a bad light. Had it been nigga, they'd have wrote out, they'd have capitalized the word, made it in bold print. So they make sure they put real attention on it. So they can make sure they build your hate for you, make sure white people build that hate for you. For niggas, we dumb. We read, we don't understand these people verbiage. That's how they take advantage of us. Y'all all right? Yes, sir. I don't think so. That's fine. What did we find out happened? What did y'all say y'all flipping from? Did y'all find what was the result? They going to prison. They about to say they still, hold on, about to say they still incarcerated. Now this might not even be fair. Oh, she went on. She's in the Navy. Is originally from Alabama. What they told you right there? Slave master. Has been in the Navy since 2014. Let me tell you something. Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, Louisiana, Arkansas, Tennessee, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, Kentucky, Indiana. I recall Louisiana. All they number redneck states. Florida too, redneck state, racist. Racist redneck state, and they're responsible for putting most of us in prison. They're responsible for keeping us in prison. These folks practice it, it's part of their religion. When they go to their religious institution, this is why the Negro failed. The Negro go to church. The church is designed to make the Negro passive. Okay? The only person he'll kill is his own family and his neighbors. The only people he'll fight and he'll reject is his family. He will accept anything his oppressor gives him. He'll teach them to pray for him. You'll do better to be his enemy. Because the white man will teach them to pray for his enemy and love them that do evil to them and do good to the people that do them wrong. But people that'll help them and be fair with them, they'll kill them, they'll rob them, they'll rape them, and they'll take from them and they'll lie on them. That's what church will do for you. That's why I try to educate y'all young people. When you listen to me, make no mistake. I have a prejudice. My prejudice is not people. My prejudice I'm against stupidity. I'm against everything they do wrong to us. That's my prejudice. I won't accept it. I don't agree with it. But in order for us to change it, we have to unite and become a nation. We have to become a nation. We got to formulate some laws. We got to formulate a government for ourselves. You can't be a nation and be under his government. If you're under his government, then you his people. Then that means you subject and prone to whatever his laws are to you. You see what they'll even call the American Indian. The American Indian is not under him. The American Indian does not subscribe to all of his rhetoric and his policy that he put out. The American Indian will demand that he be separate from him. The American Indian will demand, don't use nothing that entails me or my hairdressing or my clothing or the weapons that we use to build and fight to protect ourselves. Don't use it. He'll put a black face on and he'll act a monkey fool. He'll take a black woman and play with her, put a big boot on her, make a fool out of her. When we should tell him, don't use nothing that'll tell me, use your own white people.
That's right. That's right.
Put your another white face on your white face and let us see them act the fool. But see, we don't have that type because we don't have that type of response. Nobody's ever educated us to think. We think education is just being taught by him. That's not education. That's propaganda. Those are his policy and his rules. And you're right. You should obey him and you should subscribe to him if you're one of him. But you're not. You are an alien. You're not from here. You're not a part of his policy, dude. If you were a part of America, then you will be able to have the rights of an American. The right to the pursuit of happiness, to liberties, to owning and possessing things, to your government working for you and not against you. Your government works to put crack in your neighborhoods. Your government works to keep crack out of the white neighborhood. He knows his white boy, his white girl gonna use him, but he lets him know, you drive and get it from them niggas and come back to this clean place. You wanna know how to stop drugs? Lock up the users. Yes, it is. He can't, listen, when the user going to jail, ain't nobody sell it to. All you gotta do is lock up the user. You think he doesn't know that? If the user gonna be arrested, you think he finna go buy that stuff? They gonna look at, man, I'm already risking my job. I'm not finna go to jail for this stuff. You'll stop it, but then you'll be arresting his kids. You'll be arresting his wife, his mother, and his father, and his granddad, and his grandmama. So he'll put the pressure on the dealer. Because the dealer gonna be us. We the little man on the street. We the person been sitting out here fighting, been building. How y'all think they build this country? Off of drug money. I don't know why people keep thinking oil is what you can't. This man don't give a flying flip about no oil. America got more oil than any Arab country they got. That's right. America just makes you think you know what you're talking about. Man, we are there for the oil. He just lets you think he's there because of the opioids. Right. He can't grow the poppy leaf over here. Right. So he goes to where it's vibrant and where it grows. That's why England, that's where France go. Right. Even you look at going into Spain to get gold, you think them lazy crackers finna go in there and mining? That's work. He learned that you can make more money off a nigga label. That's real gold. You can get all the gold you want. Who you gonna get to build these buildings? Look at them. They got PPP money, SBA money, grant money. Why these people ain't working? That's right. Hello? This man know drugs. Drugs gonna always sell. Always. People gonna find a way to get the drugs. Yep. All these people saying they ain't on drugs, everybody on drugs. Yep. If you're taking any medication, you're on drugs. Because the drug is altering your body to do something that they saying it's not doing. You're on drugs. Everybody is on drugs. Drugs is the big money. Everybody don't own a car. Everybody don't own a house. They're going to get you on drugs. Whether you're going to take them willingly or you're going to go to a doctor and a doctor going to prescribe them to you. That's why I'm trying to get our people to repair ourselves. We got to fix our mental intellect first. First, how I'm going to fix a problem, I don't know what my problem is. Can I borrow y'all 3 guys for a minute? 3. That's 1, 2. Y'all stand behind me. Now, y'all can just at different times touch me. I want to know who it is. So what I need to do is try to fix my problem. And I need to try to attack my problem and change my problem, how my problem is. But the problem becomes, I don't know where my problem's coming from. It's like John just came on the other side. I don't really see somebody stick down. But what I'm saying, I'm using this as an illustration to show you, we're trying to tackle a problem when you don't actually know where it's coming from. Now, if I'm not aware and conscious of this, how can I myself fix it? Right? So now what I'm trying to do is get our people to a point to where where things become more illuminated to us, become clear, so we can see how to fix our problem. But if you out here and you trying to fight it and you don't know what it is, then you just going at a whole lot of different things and you wasting a lot of energy. This is how he beats you away. Eventually you'll get tired. My problem is here, but I'm steady fighting out here. Everything coming, come on. But that's not my problem. My problem is here. So we got to get conscious enough to start recognizing right now what are our problems and our grievances. Y'all got it? So then we can go and we can start to attack them and change the dynamics of how things work. At the same, y'all quit or something? Come on, y'all fired. Go on back. Y'all fired. They fired. Give them a hand. They fired. Appreciate y'all. But that's what we got to start looking at. We got to first recognize what is our problem. Where's our problem coming from? You know, if you go to the doctor, you say, I'm having headaches. Are they just going to work with you? They're going to just check your head. How many of y'all went to the doctor for headaches or something? They just started just working on your head. They still want to take your blood pressure. They still want to take your pulse. They'll still want to check in your throat. You say, but I'm having headaches. Guess why they're doing that? We're trying to eliminate. Before we start to attack headache, let's start to eliminate. What are all the dynamics that can cause a headache? Now, he ain't going to attack every one of them, because a lot of people don't know somebody can come from your feet. The nerves that actually can trigger more of your headache are actually in your feet. How many of y'all didn't know that? Of course you ain't. Why a white man that crack ain't going to take your shoes up and touch your feet? No nigga foot with them cones on it. They ain't got no cones on that, but he can make Cholito, Chalapa for all of Mexico. He not going to teach you that. Nigga go get some shoes and just throw them on like flat. I'm against them flat shoes. Because you're going to drop your arch. They're not good for you. You need that arch in your foot, and you don't realize how important your foot play a part to keeping your equilibrium, your balance, from taking pressure off. Think, when I'm standing, where's all my weight distributed? In my fingers. No, it's in my fingers. It's on my feet. So how important is it going to be for me to wear good shoes? Because it's going to play a part. Man, I'm having a lot of back pains, and a lot of it will come from your feet. A lot of it come from you being not balanced. See, he'll look at stuff like that by checking the spine, making sure things are in a line. Your spine is not straight. Your spine actually goes with a slight curve. Now, what runs down your spine are nerves. So when the spine twists, what's it twisting? I'm getting a sharp pain down my leg. And you're going to go and get somebody massage and work your leg when a lot of time it's coming from your back because your spine is out of line. Hello? Why would they teach a nigga that? Because then you'll know how to cure yourself. So what I'm going to have you do is come to me. After I get through checking your eye, do this, follow my finger, do this. Let me say them, see that, see your ears, okay, everything good. Here go your pills. Well, I could have just really went through and checked that man's spine and make sure his spine was in a line. Because a lot of his problems and nerves and tissue he had could be because his spine is out of line. But I need to get him these pills. Because this is what Master told me to do. So the pill comes in, and what the pill would do is tell him, you don't have a headache. Your back's not hurting. And you know why? Because you can't feel it. That's all the pill do. The pill goes in and tell you, he said, man, I tell you what, my back will hurt me since I got on that medication, man. And he's on them drugs. I can't even feel it. So guess what? It just took away my alertness. The only reason why my head hurts, because it's signaling me, boy, something's wrong. Something's wrong. You said, and it's like it's getting worse. Why do you think it's getting worse? It's trying to tell me to stop. Stop it. You need to get this fixed. Stop it. That's why I'm hurt. This is the only way to get your attention. You're missing something. So the pill comes in and it tells my brain, everything cool. You know what people used to do? Engine light come on. How many of y'all had car engine light on? You know what will you do, niggas? You put a piece of black tape over it. Yeah, because it keep catching your eye. You driving, back you set up like that, you put tape, or you know what else you do? You go back and you take the bulb out. Now you can roll because your engine light ain't on. Does that mean ain't nothing wrong with your engine? The white man had taught us to pull the bulb out or cover it up. So now you don't recognize that there's a problem. And by the time you get a real serious problem that puts you beyond repair damage, too late. That's why you still stuck him. He's got us so passive, it don't matter what I tell y'all. The Negro ain't ready to get on his feet and go out here and change the dynamic that's going against him. You living in a world that this man stop here anytime he wants. He take every right that he claimed he gave you away in one traffic stop. One wrong misidentification, everything you own, got, connect to will be taken from you. That's how easy it is to destroy a nigga's life. The white man had the legal system on his side. When he is arrested, he is presumed guilty. This is an assumption. And he is innocent until we can emphatically prove that he's guilty. And when we say he's guilty, he can appeal. The average nigga ain't never appealed no case. I was locked up, ain't no talking to me about appealing nothing. They told them the best deal you getting. They never had no appeal conversation with me being no nigga. That's white folk conversation. That white boy killed Derek, what's that boy up in Washington, Maryland? George Floyd. 9 minutes, we watched his knee on his neck. Man said, I can't breathe, call my mama. And before they could come to conviction, they already shot for an appeal. Maxine Waters came out talking on TV, talking about what's happening in that case. He said, listen, we already setting up for an appeal. Because she should have never said nothing. Judge ruled, he said, you know she right, you right. You got a case for an appeal. We ain't even convicted him yet. Right. White people get chances after chances. Give him get to apologize and all this stuff and still, like his mom said, he's always been a good boy. He's been good and always good natured. This boy is a killer. He's a racist and a killer, and they've always known it, and they're good with him being there because he's killing the people that the government want dead. That's a conscious nigga. That's right. A conscious nigga always need to be killed. Yep. A conscious rapper, he gonna get stuck with something. Yep. The average of these rappers, they not conscious. They make you think they conscious. They pull you in. Then they'll change the dynamics on you. And before you know it, now you talk about absolutely nothing. Yep. Got a whole video all the time you got to wait is some whole booty. Some pair titties. Look at the detriment that's going on our people. We got titties and booty done messed us up. Every time. Why every nigga rap got to put a woman in the car? Why you got to put a convertible on? Why every nigga we got to have a team of women behind him? You think I'm going to listen to a country message and you got me watching butt naked? It can't even coexist with your message. It's going to block the message out. He's talking about getting hoes, getting money, and a nigga don't like it, you shoot him. That nigga ain't going to shoot nothing but, that nigga ain't going to kill nothing but time. Ice-T, Ice Cube. These niggas know these drinks ain't never did nobody no harm. That's why they picked them. How many niggas y'all know done died from drinking some iced tea or some lemonade? A cube of ice. Not that the nigga tried to swallow a piece that was too big. All they did was gave us an easy drink to make a fool out of it, and they sold us a lifestyle. Now one of them never live. I know in California before they think them jokers, oh, they killer. Shut your mouth. Boys ain't no killer. You think them crackers let them boys got on that TV and let them sold them albums and them boys killers? Nigga, no good and well ain't no killers. Boy, nothing but church warriors. Them boys in the army of the Lord. Man, I went to a private school. You can't be killing people going to no private school. Talking about the dope man, yeah, that's me. Nigga, you in private school. That nigga ain't saw no dope that he started rapping. How many niggas in jail? F the police. When he went and told the police F him. And then he got a whole series of stuff, he the police. IT sold us on Cop Killer, and you can't get that nigga to play a role that he the police. When a nigga try to tell me on the scene, man, the police, he'll snap on, bro, you ain't gonna talk about the police. Nigga, I got it from you. That's how they get us every time. Every time. They just keep manipulating them. They make you think these rappers are conscious, these rappers gonna help you. These rappers against you. These guys get paid to sell you poison, to sell you a lifestyle. None of them live, none of them keep. These guys got a girlfriend at home, they get up every dime they got. The video said hoes paying them, hoes run on me. Them niggas don't know nothing about no hoes. They'll sell and tell you anything. We know there's always some that don't meet that criteria. But the average of these niggas, when white folk give you a contract and white folk let you get on radio and white folk let you get on TV and do what you do, I already know you're not a threat to white people. You're a threat to us. Don't y'all know these people screen stuff before they do it? You think these white boys these niggas finna jump up on these TV, jump in the red and start saying what they want to say? I know y'all niggas love V103. That's owned by Viacom. Same people own 750, they own that too. V103 answer to Viacom. Father, they own it. You think they don't know what y'all niggas talk? I listen to V103, that's nigga station. That's the state they use to poison niggas. They control that station. They monitor that station. Well, I know this for a fact. They monitor what they say on that station. Oh, them niggas Frank Skid, them niggas still living. Is that who still do that? Frank Skid? Owned by him. He know every word coming in his mouth. He got to tell. He did an interview with Wayne Williams one time on them. He kept making that know. He said, we owned by Viacom. He said, so we got to be real careful what we say. They monitor what we say. These niggas will sell us out just so they can get some accolade with these crackers. Sick of it. How many of our people dying? How many people, you know what? If you go to jail, you should be surprised how many niggas you ain't seen and you been wondering where they at. Them niggas in prison. They're slowly but surely, they've been locking us up and they're in mass incarceration. After a while, out of sight, and they done got us to do that. You listen, between the drug, between the rap, between the idiotic TV show they give us, between the dumb, ignorant friends you associate yourself with and get your communication from, you're not even conscious of how many of us missing. And how many more they gonna take. When you see the news story, black baby gets snatched, well, you get that initial anger, but then your commercial and your song come on. Then your show come on. Then some of your ignorant friends call you and y'all move on to something else. Something pop up funny on Facebook or somewhere else. That's how they get you. By the time you get conscious, they got so much stuff to bombard you to put you right back in the stupidville. And that's what pissed me off. I know these crackers planning to kill me. That's fine. I've already given instructions when I die to make sure you leave my pants down. Y'all know y'all can kiss my posterior. Yes, sir. Yeah. I already know how these crackers work. We know how they work. The killer me will not be a white man, it'll be a nigga. It'll be a nigga that'll kill me, that'll fall right into the rhetoric they want him to do. That way y'all eyes will come off the white man. You'll say, when they say Tony Smith died, it was one of y'all. White man never touched him. We didn't pay him attention. They've always paid me attention. Because I'm a free thinker. I want the few he ain't got no scanners on me with no hoes, no niggas, nobody else, wife, or husband, no kids, and nothing else he got. So I'm definitely a threat to him for the fact I hadn't bought into his the crazy rhetoric scenarios he give us. Somebody got to break this stigma. Our young people need to have a fair chance. I can't stress that enough. So I try to move on so the white man can be happy just for a few minutes. But I'll be back, Cracker. All right, we're going to get ready to let sign the Cartosa Raw, then we'll go down and we'll palau. Those that are able. All right, all those that are able. Most High, Kudash Abba, which is the separated Father, Hadu, which is thanks for allowing us to assemble ourselves once again. Asking you to zakar us, which is remember us. Blot out all of our kata and our ma'al, which are our sins and our transgressions. That of the Abbas, which is of the fathers, of the Benim, of the children, and of us, and our Tuladaf, which are our generations, before it's everlasting too late, according to the Berith that you Shabbat, which is the covenant that you vow unto the Abba, unto the fathers, that you would fetch us no matter how far we were and disperse, that if we bethink ourselves in the latter Yamin, which in the latter days, that you would come and you would get us no matter how far we would disperse, that you will bring us back unto the Malkum, which is the place that you Shabbat unto our Abba, that you vow to them. Asking you to grant us your Ruach HaKadosh, which is your spirit of separation, that we will be minded to always consider, to reflect back on the things that we were taught, which is Lamed. We ask you to baraka those that's gone astray and taken from us, that you recover them. When you recover them, grant them to be of their whole law, which is of their hearts, that their lives will be committed to thinking on the things which are their minds, of our
young adults and our Benin, which are our children. Those that you already recovered thus far, and we ask you that you keep them, that we lose none. Barak, those behind prison walls, that you loose the doors and break the shackles. Not only those that are the physical, but those that are the mental. Barak, those that are bereaved, that you be there in Nakum and consolate them. Barak, the out-of-towners, that you strengthen them, that they falter, that they faint not. Barak, those that are watching in, those that we commit to you by Palau that seek you. Barak, our young daughter in Mississippi and her family. Grant her love's desire, which our heart's desire, as we ask you to Barak other as well that seek you. Barak, those in war-stricken country, disease and pestilence, those going through earthquakes and storms and fires. Whatever the tragedy or situation, let your will be done. Just strengthen us that we falter and we faint not, that we don't disbelieve you for the things of the Arats, which are of the world. Ask you to Barak your Ra'ah and your Maliki, those you've appointed to declare your Dabarim, which are your words, to open our lives, our hearts, and our lives of understanding, which are our minds. Barak your Shamaim and your Sabut, which are the heights of where you dwell in your armies. Barak Jerusalem, the city, foundation of peace, as you expel those Shadims, which are demons, those Satanites, that you cast them out, that you'll restore it back for your arms, which are your people. As we prepare to move further, we allow that you take full control, that you get the Tahalim, the praises, the Kabod, the honor, and the Kabod, the glory. In the Shem of Yahushua HaMashiach, we allow. Let us all say, Amen.
Woo! Yeah. Woo! Like they said, when the blood's still running warm in your vein, it can still be running warm in your head too. Lay down like that too long, boy. Woo! Get a certain age. Ain't that right? I mess around and pull a hangnail. Goodness. You know, I didn't know that. Ain't that a hangnail, that little piece be sticking out the side? Or the hangnail, that little piece of meat portable. When the little meat start pitting at the top of your finger. Which one the hangnail? The skin? I don't know why they call it a hangnail. It's a nail. It's hang. Chris, we can't believe none of what you're saying about that. How many of y'all knows if Chris said it's questionable? That's all we're trying to say. You gonna pull up and look at it? Oh, he finna pull up. Oh, your mouth finna be, they finna be tight. Now what you wanna do, Chris, before they come up? Dermatite. The hangnail is a tiny, torn piece of skin. What's the second name? Yeah, this, hold on, this Google. You know Google gonna say anything. Don't worry about it. I know he did that for him, yeah. All right. Well, I hung some on the side of my finger. All right, we're gonna try to move on here. We're gonna look at Romans chapter 15, verse 4. We always use this for a foundation. Romans 15 and 4, listen. Turn your mic on. Say, trying to be too small in that hangnail. Go ahead. And Matt Ronnie, he got hung up with the mic. Go ahead. For whatever was written before, it was written to teach us that we, through not giving way and through consolation of the writings, might have your call. I want to give out the phone number. I did happen to look at the phone today. I was trying to call back some numbers, and I didn't know that the phone got so many messages you can't even leave in it. You can't even leave one. So many of them on there. Some of them be long. Do this if you call. Don't waste the time with a whole lot of playing when you call. Just give me your information. Slow down. You say your phone number too fast. I can't do it too many times. I just delete it. Now when some of us, I don't know what you're thinking. I ain't got time for that. Say your number where I can hear it, I can write it down, and so we can get to the point so I can call you back, okay? What is the phone number here anyway? 770, no, that's not the phone number here. You get calling, don't call that number too much. You call it. Now, one time they trying to call me here. I got like 35, 36 messages. And now the phone thing the fuck could take. 770-761-7004. That's 770-761-7004. That's my office number, so that's an easy way to catch me here. Now, we got the 770 number. You can call me on there, too. Make sure you're clear in your verbiage of what you're trying to say. Because sometimes people call, I don't know what they be saying. They be talking, going. And some of these folks just leave your title. Don't put all the apostolate and all that on there. Just be, I'm Tony, I'm fine. You don't hurt my feelings, you call me Tony. So all that, put your title down. Some folks call their titles too big. So you call back, you know what I'm saying? You got to stop, and then you got to wait on the angels to crawl and sound out trumpets. And isn't that right? You got to wait on the rocks to split in half. Just give me your name, and then that's how we go. But you got to do all that. I'm apostle of the planet, from the planet Oz, Orion, over by Mars, Jupiter. See, we're going to have a lot of problems, because I'm just Tony on Earth. So you call, let's just drop all the title calling, and let's just get to what we're going to do and talk. That's not going to make a difference because of title. It ain't going to make no difference. Just do the work. He was just Yahushua. He wasn't Apostle Yahushua or the Most High Yahushua or the Hushua. He didn't have all that stuff. He was Yahushua. The work speaks for itself. That's being honest. So they don't bother me because I'm Tony. You ain't offend me because that's who I am. I'm Tony. End of the day, I'm still do the work. And you call me Raw Pastor, Minister, Elder Bishop, and you call me Tony. I'm going to still do the same work. Please don't call me all that other stuff, though. Let's just keep it playing. And I Bishop, nope. Let the Catholic Church have that stuff. This is why we use this, so we understand first why we use it, because it's important. Now, I made some calls about some actions these people done, and I correlated them with Mizraim. And it's important for us to look at these things because this is the same pattern that we're going through now, okay? Now, we had some, just like we do now, some of our kids do escape their medication. Some of our kids do overcome it, but a lot of our kids don't. A lot of the detriment of why we have so many problems with our kids, we associate it on genes, as far as parental, grandparental, maternal, parent, old behaviors. And a lot of times, these are present-day behaviors that we're battling because they're purposely infecting our kids. And these are things we need to look to. The whole purpose is to decrease the numbers, okay? So let's say that the second chapter, book of U'ala Shamu. It is. I want to look at it and think about it. It's about decreasing your number, and that never changed. A lot of practices you have here in America are from other countries that have been successful in the destruction of our people. U'ala Shamut. They're going to call it Exodus, Shamut. See if that's 2 and 1. They're fine. Don't worry about it. If it don't, they all right, they can blow on them, that'll be good. See, because they're moving, I'm going to be doing this the whole time like this. Oh, no, man. They'll let blow on them. Y'all warm? Y'all all right? You all right, Kasha? We got to take care of Japan. He don't care about no. You finally leaving Japan? Oh, he coming back to live in America. Man. Well, we got to get you somewhere till we get to where we got to go. Yeah, we got to leave him. All right, so let's look at this. See if there's 2 and 1. Is that what I want? Boss is shaking their head. Boss, you don't believe it. He's from Atlanta. You ain't grow up in Decatur, did you? You grew up in Atlanta. Hold on for a minute. How do you count a son who grew up in Atlanta? What? So where you start off at? Greenbrier, East Point. How old are you, Hotchkiss? How old are you? 43. I known that man about 47 years. I ain't never heard you tell you from no Green. When y'all heard him say he from Greenbrier? You heard Decatur. Why do y'all keep trying to put him on Decatur? So Green, you were born in Greenbrier. Atlanta, you born in Atlanta. Karen. Grady, Karen said he saw you at Grady. Karen said he saw you at Grady. So you were with him at Grady. You said the only thing I know, me and him was at Grady. He was born at Grady. I would call the street. I seen y'all nigga. I said, Lead them over there. Okay, gonna be problem. They're gonna be hollering from East Point, then Green. So Atlanta, then move to Greenbrier. Stay there. Y'all move to Kuwait? Coweta. That man said he said Kuwait. I thought the man said Kuwait. Coweta. I'm talking like that's a long ways out. That down where Noonan at. You move on the east side, like the Jefferson, to a D-Lux apartment in the sky? What about the east side? More. That's Atlanta. Moved around Atlanta, East Point, Coweta County, not Decatur. Know what I'm trying to tell them? Now, where y'all got Decatur from? Somebody said the white. Oh, there you go. Y'all know the white get the snapping. I try to write that big if y'all can't say ooh ala shamut. Importance of this is why. These, I think they're using that for word the name. Ooh ala shamut. I try to write it bigger. I sent our brother back there, I think, trying to see how I wrote that. Ooh ala shamut. And that purpose so we'll know when we're looking at these books what we're looking for. We're looking for names. Okay? So that's the name of the book. We're looking for names. Let's see what happened. Is it 2 and 1? This might be the end of the first chapter. Let's see.
And there went a Ish.
No, that's not what I want. So it's going to be 1. See if it's 1 and 6. Make it 1 and 6. Did my erase it? Oh. Is it 1 and 5? Let me see. Chapter 1, verse 5. Let me see that's what I want. All right. What's stole my? All right.
And all the Nephish that came out of the loins of Jacob were 70 Nephish, for Joseph was in Mizraim already.
Men in Mizraim. So Nephish is the word for souls. Again, we talk about these are the English words, and their English words are they believe to have equivalent for our words. So we read them, we use them, and we kind of go back and forth with them so we kind of understand. Eventually, again, our goal is to go and dissect every one of our words, and then we can do comparable with their words just so you can see just how far off they are from what we actually were told. And that makes a difference in what you do. When there's a miscommunication, then there's also going to be a misoperation, okay? Because you didn't fully understand what was said. And the important thing that we learned through Musha and through the others was the fact that how important it was for us to make sure that we follow everything after the pattern. So it made sense that when the white translators took our Sefer, which were the scrolls, and to write them and give them back to us, they knew they altered, which was going to cause a problem with our behavior, okay? They knew it was going to cause a problem. Because when things were given, even by other Malaks, that they're emperors, that they're going to call kings, it was always important that writings weren't altered because those writings were records. So white people don't want you to keep records, or your records need to be inadequate. When you got inadequate records, then you don't have all the information. You got a birth certificate, it's got a name, but it don't have a date. Then it's got a color, but it don't have a father's name or a mother's name. Is that a complete birth certificate? Because then it'll start to deal with their parents. Till when you have a birth certificate, it's going to deal with the child's name, the child's sex, and the child's race. Then it's going to deal with the mother and the father and their race. Then it's going to give you their first ground of maternal grandparents. So now when you keep tracing that way, you can get back to where things originated from. A lot of our parents and before their parents, I don't know, do you know if your father and mother had a birth certificate? Hold on for a second. What my mom and them have? Hold on. Cause lost it. No, your mama, your granddad ain't got no brother. Hold on. I'm trying to, mama, Cause I'm trying to, who right? I'm trying to figure out who right now. No, her dad was born in 1906. Do you know if he had a birth certificate? He didn't have one? I'm sorry. That's all. What? My granddad had no birth certificate? How did Kashi know that they had records? So they would have had a record, huh? Oh, y'all was used to having our Bible. Yeah. Anything I want to know about your family now, I'm going to get it from mine. I'm familiar with that. I'm familiar with what you're saying about the Bible. That is true. With the Bible, when people had them, you would put birth and deaths inside the Bible. People record it. You would get to put so many of them in there. And people would keep that and, be significant for them. So that was part of their records. But they had some paperwork before then. It's just, you got to remember, they took that from our hands and they were the controllers of that. So that's how they have more or less came along, and that's how they defeat you. Because when he told us about our destruction, how was our destruction? Well, so if I don't know anything about my maternal grandparents and their parents' parents, so I have a lack of, if I don't know what tribe I originated from, I'm gonna have a lack of knowledge. If I don't know where I actually originated from, that's a lack of knowledge. If I don't know about my Elohim, which is my great one or my mighty one, and I don't know about myself, then I have a lack of knowledge, which means it's going to be easier to defeat me. See, when white people go out and fight, they got a reason behind it. They tell them they went out, one of their famous saying in Texas was, remember the Alamo. See, white folk fought based upon what they were taught. They were remembrance of God. When we fight Amalek, what we were told to do? Not to forget, remember what Amalek did to you when you were coming through the way. But what records do you have of it? You heard he smoked you, but you don't know just how severe it was because he limited information. And then you know how you think, man, shoot, I ain't got time for that slave jump, man. I ain't no slave. You a slave? Then what we worry about for that? Them, like Kanye told you, man, sound like to me, they were too stupid to free themselves. I'd like to get that nigga snap on their arm and beat his head in. But the government done already did, so they don't poison their mind. He can't think straight. Kanye ain't thinking, he ain't not talking stupid on his own. He talking stupid because they poison him. You know when his poison came in? When he decided to go on that show and tell y'all that George Bush was a racist. He tried to tell y'all, he said, Jay-Z, don't have your goons come after me either. Everybody said he crazy. He not crazy. He knew exactly what he's saying. He knew exactly what he was saying. They poisoned his mind. They gave him a Kardashian. She messed up Reggie Bush. She went through him. Everybody she done went through. Ray J the only one that got away with something. And we don't know if he done left with something either. I'm talking one of them permanent packages. Everybody done been in that little hole. Some caves you don't even want to go in. You got to do like they did when they came to Yahushua. Everybody didn't go in. Somebody just stooped and looked down at the book and said he ain't go in. That book, they did. They said when the Mathita got, they said they came, they finished, oh. I ain't going in now. Ain't that right? You got to be like this. That's right. You got to be like to sell out. You can't go in every hole. Be fooling around these people you want to, but these folk permanently damage you. Let me tell you something. A few ways they kill us is through bad information, through our women, with each other, and with these drugs. That's how they killing us. White people killing them the whole time. And see, once we get conscious of it, then we can come back and we can change the dynamics of how things work on us, work against us. Let's look at this. Now, these were all of the Nephish, of the people that came out, that came into Mizraim. Can we look up and show what Mizraim means? They'll tell you Egypt. It don't make sense. They named the lands or the territories after their sons. Okay? That's how you got the name Mizraim, was the name of a son. Okay? So these are things that's important for us to know. They teach you Egypt because you know what? When you go to look up Egypt's history, it's going to limit you. They're going to limit your information. There's no way to do it because if you actually did it by the name, we can trace back to see where this name originated from. Who was the father? How am I trace back? Find out Egypt's name and origin of where it came from. It has nothing to do where it actually originated from. So now that's how they tell you about an upper and a lower. Again, who wrote this? White man wrote this. Now the lower is on top and the upper is on the bottom. Can we show Mizraim? I want to show you something. Show them Mizraim, they Egypt, and we're going to show them upper and lower. Good boy. Listen. Now this one you call you nigga dumb. Mm-hmm. When you ever know upper, lower to be on top unless you're doing a 6'9"? That's the only way this makes sense. To tell you that the lower part of Mizraim is at the top and the top part of the bottom, this is a 69, okay? I'm gonna pass it 6 days. You do me and I owe you one. But so now, if you look, the upper and lower, let's keep that for record. But anyway, the lower and upper of Mizraim, all you had to do was flip the map over and you'll have upper where it belongs and lower where it goes. But white people do that to throw you off. All they do is take your map and just flip it upside down. Now they just told you that the top was the bottom and the bottom the top. That's not hard. They told you, nigga, you the scum of the earth. And he told you he the best thing ever here. Now let's do that. Flip the damn map back over and he'll be the scum and you'll be at the top. Right. What do y'all think these people been doing us this whole time? Propaganda. The Bible is the most, this book right here is as dangerous as any book you ever get. Because if you don't have somebody to walk you through and let you actually see it, I'm one of the few people, I don't know what everybody teaches because I don't watch everybody else. So I would never know what they teach, okay, unless one of y'all go and look, try to tell me about it other than that. But the purpose of what we try to do, we'll use any version he got. We'll use the Septuagint, which is the Greek word for 70. We'll use the Latin Vulgate, which is believed to be the book by them, they said, for the ignorant. Where these people translated from. These people will give you this stuff and they will mess your mind up if you can't think. How y'all think, why y'all, listen, they'll try to teach you that the Negro, so-called, I like so-called, simply called, that's what he said. I'm not saying we're black, that's what he called you. That's a Hispanic word, okay? So I don't subscribe to it. I always use so-called. I just hear people say it years ago to Muslims, so-called. I'm like, why do they keep saying so-called? But it makes sense because that's what they're saying it is, okay? So with that being said, they defined you. They gave you recognition for yourself. You know how you had to be recognized by them and by yourself. You know you're a nigga. That's what he tell you. He took that from negus, which is the African word, which was used. They don't use it no more. It only meant an emperor. And he programmed your mind, and he gave you a definition and told you you were the scum, you were the dirt, you were the filth of the world. Took your own words and used them against you. Now, if he could take the word negus and change that to nigger and tell you that's a derogatory term and name for you, what other words has he changed? Let's look up the African word for king. See, I want you to educate yourself so you can subscribe to intelligence. Right now, you sitting around, you reading rhetoric. You reading foolishness. That book is foolishness. But I'll take it and I'll use it because I want to let you see for yourself, not just something we say. Let's look this man's words up. Let's look up where he say he got it from. The man book that you got in your hands has only been written since the 1600s. What were they reading in 1599? His book came out 1611, 1602, he was supposed to have given the authorization to write it. What were they reading in 1599? The people that this book tells you were there. Were they reading the king? They'll have you thinking, and when you read it, it programs you. He never told you, you adopted this. That when you're reading that, that's what they said. They were talking just like that. And Peter went in and told Jesus. Then Jesus said, you know how stupid we got to be to buy into a conversation like that?
That's right.
Who talks like that but an Englishman?
That's right.
These guys weren't Englishmen. At best, at worst, they would have spoke Greek and spoke Latin. Because that would have been who would have been in rule at the time. Where would they have gotten English from? But they program when you read this, let Mel Gibson give you Passion of Christ. To further dumb you down. Man, take a Hispanic man, everybody said fool, to try to play the part of a white man. Let's see where they come from. Let's see. Negus is a noun derived from the Ethiopian Semitic root. When you do, how many of y'all don't know what Semitic is? Semitic, it means basically that's going to deal with people that from the middle, what they call the Middle East, which is like when you say you hate somebody that's called Jewish. They're going to tell you that you're anti-Semitic, okay? That does not mean you're just against Jews. That's how they program your mind, because when they tell you that you're anti-Semitic, that means you're not just against them, you're against Muslims as well. But the Jewish people are the people who's going to get all the accolades for when you say anti-Semitic. They're going to associate it with, quote unquote, with Jewish people. So the Semitic people, you see, and you heard, how many of y'all heard Semitic before? But you never heard it being used with Ethiopians. Because that's what, let me tell you why. This is all on a need-to-know basis. You, sir, you, ma'am, are a nigger. Why would you need to know any more than what you've been told? All the white man gonna tell you, you ain't had no business looking it up. When I told you what it was, you should have been good with it. Okay, Semitic root NGS, niggas, meaning to, that's what it means. I said, man, niggas be tripping. Why we say niggas? What's up, nigga? You know, man, niggas be tripping, man. Niggas reign. They'll get rappers to give you a derogatory terminology behind the word, so it's a programming. The same way we're taking the baby. Many Satans, you going to hell. Many Satans. See how he keep playing you the whole time? He took nigga, he said, hey man, dude, what's up, nigga? Hey, I don't talk like that, okay? Now you address me as Tony, well, I don't talk like that. That negative energy. What negative is your stupidity. What you negative on, you lacking knowledge. See, I got to teach our people stuff. They're not going to tell you this. And you know what they're going to do? They throw this book in your lap and they send you out, and you're in a detrimental state. That make it much sense. I got a patient laid up, needs surgery. You know, I'm going to give you the scalpel and give you the stuff, say, do it yourself. What you going to do? What doctor operate on themselves? You work in the dentistry field. Have you ever known any one of the doctors that had a procedure where you work at? Have you seen them do their own procedure? Why you don't give a nigga that book and tell him to save himself? This is a surgical procedure. You need somebody skilled in what they're doing. They don't give you that book and send you home to pray. When you read it, anything you understand, pray and ask the Lord. Why they don't send you home with the stuff, give you the scalpel, give you the knife, give you the anesthesia, and tell you to go home and lay in your bed, operate on yourself? Because it's going to be detrimental and critical to your health. It's critical and it's detrimental for you to sit around and try to educate yourself about something that you can't possibly do. The title has subsequently been used to translate the word, come on, or emperor is the word. This is white folk stuff. Emperor. And what? And other. Why that crack ain't put that in your book? Come on. Because now you'll look at the word different when you saying nigga. Hey, now, what's up, my nigga? What I just, did I insult him? No. When I told you to reign, king, I want you to reign, emperor. They want me to know, they say, he always call them niggas because I want them to reign. Come on. Huh? I want you to reign, emperor, king. Huh? Malka, for what they'll call, we don't have no queen. A queen, pull up the word queen. Let's see what queen is. Don't ever insult our women and call them no queen. White folk terminology. The detriment. We thought we were saying, come on, my black queen. We set up to be homosexual. Oh my goodness. Is that a E-N? That'll happen. Probably hear origin. Well, yeah, see origin. So that stuff, we ain't learned none of this stuff about looking at nothing with no origin, meaning where it derived from. Queen come from the Old English sin. I guess I don't get it still, we try to pronounce it. The C will make the queen sound, queen. It'll be more like queen, wouldn't it? Queen. I guess with the accent over the top, what they got, letting them pronounce Quan, and meaning queen, wife of a king. The only English word that stems from the grammatic, Kinsey, whatever, woman, wife, queen, a derivative of the grammatic word root, queen, woman, modern English, queen. Oh, that's how you spelled it too, didn't it? Oh, you ain't know that, nigga. On the other hand, descends from the other Old English word, queen, pronounced. Okay, let's get to where this thing really go to. You said E-A-N. What are you talking about? You on drugs? I already said that. I'm saying Hashikashi. Queen, Middle English, queen, preeminent, female, noble, consort, of a king, also female, sovereign woman, ruler in her own right, from Old English queen, whatever, female ruler of the state, woman. Oh my goodness. Woo! Blood pressure of a state woman, wife, from proto-grammatic. What is proto? Who? Okay. All right. So it's Old Saxon, Quan, wife, Old Noose. How you pronounce that? Key. That's KV. They use the V for the U. Gothic, Queens. What's that? Aberrant variant of whatever that is. Source of. Now we're back on here to pi. What is pi? Indo-European. Root, queen, woman. The most ancient grammatic sense of the word seems to have been wife, which is specialized by Old English times. Wife to king, Old Noose. The cognate word was still mostly a wife. Generally is known quan. Is that fang? Fang, marriage, should be. Taking of a wife, quan, or missing some unmarried widow, dominating of a woman, interference with other profiles. But I mean, personified, was it personified? Chief greatest. What am I missing? Give me where I gotta go. Woo. What you said, Bakhara? Down. He said, come down. You gotta speak English. What is he saying? The bottom paragraph right here. Start where? Low bone. Go back on the page. I said I kind of a whore and stuff, wasn't it? I said that middle queen is a woman, a low-born woman, from Old English woman, also female, sylph, hussy, prostitute. Goodness. From Proto-Grammatic, Queen, source, also Old Saxon, what is it, Quan, also German, Quina, also Old News, Connor, Gothic, Kino, what is that, Kino, wife, woman, Middle Dutch, queen, vain or worthless woman. Y'all see this? This is what we call our women, a vain, worthless woman. That's what you look at them in the way. Proto-European, European, whatever it is. Woman, where we at? Goodness. Woman considered out regarding to quality of prostitution, perhaps by contrast to the senses in queen, hence often a slightly or abusive term for a woman in Middle English. It could mean a harlot, an old woman, or what's that, a crone? I didn't know what this is. And it was in popular use 1617 in the sense of hussy, but in the Scottish often with the sense of a young, robust woman, whatever they're talking about. The sense of effeminate, homosexual is recorded by 1935 according to the, Partridge. This was especially in Australian slang. So they use that for homosexuality, queen. A lot of information I ain't need to know. Because I ain't going, I want to know what this crone is, what this is. Let me see what they tell me what it is. An old woman who is thin and ugly. That's tight. You don't want to be that. All right, let's go back where we were. So now y'all know, we looked at Mizraim. We were supposed to look up Mizraim. What was the meaning of the Mizraim? What they have? It just gave us the name of the sons. That's what we were looking up. Mizraim. Upper lower Mizraim. That's all they give up pretty much of the name. And you can see King James render it as Egypt because these are not the original names. So it's important when we do this so you can go back because you need to know how your oppressor used words against you. So when James renders, and this is what they call Strongs, am I correct? We're using Strongs? So they just show you, now you got to ask yourself, what is the connection between James Strong and King James Version? Because this is not the only version. Why is it every time we look a word up, it always tell us what King James rendered? See, this is part of psychosis to rock you back to sleep. So now when I go back and read Egypt. Oh, that's the same thing. It's not the same thing. These are different names, different terminology. This roots back further than this is going to root. These are typically going to be names that we're going to get when the Greeks came in. See, when the Greeks came in, they changed a lot of the names of places. That's how you ever watched show before? How many of you used to watch Dragnet years ago, Dragnet? Dragnet would come and dun, 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 they'll talk, and they'll tell you the names of the people were changed. we changed them to protect the innocent. They didn't change them to protect anything. They changed it to keep you from knowledge. That this was a black land. All of the lands of the Middle East were inhabited by people of color. Okay? So now when you go to any of these places, who you see? All these Arabian, the Arab people, all these folks, all these people are knockoffs. So a lot of people don't know the Russians came in. They invaded from the Caucasus Mountain. They came in and invaded India. How they came into India was through Iran. That's why Iran is such a critical place for them. Through Iran, they came into India, and that's how they started to mix the people in. They also came in, we built dams to be able to hold the water back. So the land was all connected. So what the whites did when they came in was they broke the dams. You know, when you take water and water come down through dry land, it'll cut a ditch. And by cutting the ditch and all that water coming down, it eventually made rivers. And those rivers expanded, which it separated the land. So now they started to come in and they parted our land. Even Yahuwah told us that when he came back for these people. He said they parted my land. He didn't part it. Our land was already set. It was already designated who was going to be where. Okay, I had to tell y'all this. Let's see, right quick. Go to Barashit. Barashit. They'll call it Genesis, but the proper name is Barashit. It means in the beginning. Barashit. See if there's 10. We'll look 10 and 1, then we'll jump around a little bit. And the reason why we'll jump around, we just want to kind of make sure we familiarize ourselves with how things kind of happen, okay? Now this is after the flood, okay? 10 and 1, listen.
Now these are the people of God, because of the name of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth.
They put Ham. They took the sea off because they want a nigga to eat pork. See, they said Ham was on the ship. So they were eating pork on the ship. Anything to make you dumb. The man's name was Kam and Yafat. That he told you, Japheth. These were the Benin. See that? They begot their children after the floods. Jump down and see what verse 10 tells me. Let's see. Matter of fact, we'll go ahead and read 2. Say something now. Let's read 2. Come on. Let's stop. Stop for a second. Let's do this. Let's find out what Gomer and Magog got. How about that, y'all? Let's find out what he places at. Let's end that. See, this is what he's counting on you to do. Take what he said and keep going. Yeah. Who know Gomer? Exactly right. That's exactly right. That's all you're supposed to know. You know, that's all you. Listen, he never taught us to read with intelligence of, if you don't know these people and you don't know these places, how is this going to help you? If you teach your kids to recite the name and they don't know the places of the people, how is this helping them? It makes much sense to teach your kids their ABC. Do they know the sound of the letters? Sorry, my kid know how to say their ABC. Do they know the sound of the letters? That's how they get us. These folks, they live their life out there teaching their kids their ABC. Do they know the sound of the letters? We don't even get that far. Leave that to the teacher. All they teach you to do is just visually look and keep moving. We got to go past the surface. Woo, that's a lot now. Woo. God the mighty know where we done went now. Do y'all want to know?
Yes.
All right. Gomer. Look at this. Let me see words you typed in up here. Gomer. Why are you looking at something about Ashkenazism? Because this is a form of people that call themselves Jews.
That's right.
And these people tell you that they are Ashkenazi Jews. How did you put in Gomer and you came up with Ashkenazism?
That's right.
That makes no sense, does it?
Oh.
Or does it? Centrally, listen to this. Plural. That's why you had to, because he said it's plural. What is central? And
Northern European Jew.
How could you be a European Jew if you were born in Jerusalem? If you descended from the flood kids,
Right.
you part of the flood kids.
Come on.
How would this be Central and Northern European Jews as opposed to the Sephardims, the Jews of, hold on for a minute. This is in Mizraim.
No.
This is in Africa.
No.
And
Portugal.
Portugal? I'm so confused. From 1839, listen to this, the Hebrew Ashkenazism, plural of Ashkenazi, eldest sons of,
Gomer.
they tell you where to go look at this. Also the name of the nation mentioned in y'all they gonna call Jeremiah. We'll look at that too. So I want y'all to look at it. The people name is asking to the Greeks. See, this is what bothers me.
Come on.
The fact that we sit here and we read, these books are damaging.
Yes.
Because niggas don't read.
Right.
They count on us to be stupid. That you will accept and buy what he tells you and you will not think. Now he just told you what these kids were. He typed in Gomer, you saw Ashkenazism. Now we're gonna go back and let's look back at the writing again. Now we also had Magog. We wanna see Magog, don't we? Mm-hmm. Let's see who Magog come up to be. Did Magog, was it in the writing? Talking about Magog? He come from Germany. We already know what they was. Hitler knew what they was too.
Yep.
He knew them people had never been over there.
That's right.
Them lying bastards actually tried to go and take, what was
Uganda.
it? Uganda. Those people been all over the place. Them people ain't never been to no Jerusalem. They ain't get to Jerusalem in 1946, 1947. They ain't never been to no Jerusalem. Why y'all think they done forced all of the people of color, they forced them out? Because those people are going to be able to denounce what lies they tell. So if you kick them out and over time enough of us die out, they're going to be able to go back to a lie and act as though they had already been there.
Yep.
They know it. Magog. Canada, lying among, give me the where I need to go. Gog and Magog and Aubrey, yeah. Your book do tell you about Gog and Magog. Don't get me I want to use up all my read. I gotta use my intelligence somewhere else too. It ain't gave us Magog yet. Was Magog in there? I know it's a little warm. Y'all just hang in there. I can handle it.
Me too.
At the end of the day, I'm telling you why. I need this intelligence. How we been defeated. Y'all know how bad you feel. You see white people tell you Jesus was white, and you couldn't defend what you knew. You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. I never hated Jesus for being white. I never blamed Jesus for white. I never blamed him for nothing. If it was his commandment that I was gonna have to serve and to be saved and forgive these people and do it, I did it. And I was going to do it because I want to be saved. I never question him on why you do that, nigga ain't never get a chance. Never, because I want to be saved. If that's what your word said, I was going to do it. Got it? That's what I conformed to and that's what I done. Y'all got me? What if you find out all that been a lie? He purposely taught you something. Why white people can't accept him being black? The region show he was black. His hair tell you he was black. It was rough, coarse hair. And you still gonna push the fact that he was black. His feet black, his legs black, his torso black, and his face was white. It just told you that his face was light, that it radiated. Because we never saw that black could be light, illuminated. They sell black bulbs. Because the color black can radiate light. What we know is light means to make clear. That's the first thing you got to get people to understand. The fight you got with our people is the ignorance. The intelligent we got about light is what we see up here. That's sitting these bulbs. What color are they? White. And what are they putting out? So if he said his face was light, what color was his face? White. But then you'll go and get a red bulb, a blue bulb, a yellow bulb, and they still give off what?
Light.
You'll get a black bulb that they don't hardly put out no more. Mm-hmm. But the black bulb will give out what?
Light.
Because all light means is to make clear.
Right.
When something is not clear. So me being what they would quote unquote call a black man, if I'm making something clear, what color am I? I'm light. They beat us through us not being intelligent. Once somebody sat down and explains it to us, we're not dumb. They just make you think you dumb. You don't have to grade. You think I'm gonna grade my intelligence by this cracker? He's going to purposely try to make me look dumb. He's purposely going to try to make me look stupid. He's purposely going to try to kill my credibility. Why? He's going to enhance his, because he's going to say, I got books. I have literature. And you can write a lie like you can tell one.
That's right.
That's all he's been doing is writing lies. What do we find? Yeah, it appears in the, they're going to call, you don't like Hebrew, we don't do Hebrew. Bible, Christian Bible, and the Quran, individual tribes or lands, and Yakazakal, he called it Yakazakal. Gog is an individual, and Magog is his land, okay? Magog is his land, which means it was derived from a son in what they call Genesis. So Magog is the land. Magog is a man, but no Gog is mentioned. And centuries later, the Jewish tradition changed Yakazakal, Gog, from Magog into Gog and Magog, okay. Now this is telling you that these people changed something. Now this ain't hard to find out because we'll look it up and see. So remind me of that, Yakazakal 38, they're saying Gog is an individual and Magog is his land. And in Genesis, the 10th chapter, it gives you what is Barashit, Magog is a man. So if he said that Magog is a man, we're gonna find that out. Magog is a man. Because it would make no sense to name their land except it's after a behavioral person.
That's right. That's right.
Unlike us, it's no reason to name a place unless it's after a person or a behavior.
Right.
Y'all got me? That's the only reason you name. Unlike them, I'm just gonna call it skitty scatty. I always want to name my land. No, when they named the land, it was because of an action that either occurred or an action that's going to occur. Y'all got it? Or it's either after a son.
Right.
Okay? Okay. Gog. Gog, listen to this. The name of a, they put an Israelite, some of the northern nation of uncertain, devoration. I don't believe these people, nothing they say. I don't trust James Scott. I don't change James Strong either. I don't fully trust nobody. I'm gonna be flat with y'all on that. We look it up and they can say, you just don't want to accept what they say. I just don't trust people. Magog is a son, being of Yaphat. So how is Magog not a person? They're gonna call him a barbarous northern region. That northern region gonna put him where?
Russia.
Back over. You think he in Russia. Why are you saying Turkey? Turkey is all about Russia. He didn't want to be in Turkey. You saying Turkey? I don't believe that one. These people are derivative from an area from Russia. Let's say. Look it up and say. That what your studies got you? You've been in the middle of it. Now I'm asking them. Now I'm asking who came up there. Did you study that? You came over there? You just looked it up. When you looked it up? When? Several years ago? A second ago, and they told you modern day Turkey. Where did you look it up at? Trusted Google? No, I mean, I'll use Google. I tell you, Google is a website. This search engine is designed to do something. Most people don't know. I told y'all look at the creepy line. How many of y'all looked at it? This is designed to do exactly what it does. It's designed to lead you. It's only gonna give me their 4 top choices that they want to give me. There's more information than what they're giving me. But Google has decided to only give me this because what Google is doing while we're here, it's building a profile. And it's letting the government know that I'm looking for this stuff. And they need to make sure I only get so far. And that's all these search, they control them. This is a controlled search engine. And this is how Google keep up with your information. They build a profile. I tell them, say, hey man, look up titties. Then Google's gonna send back to say, this guy here is in the freaky stuff. So now when I start typing certain stuff, I'm gonna start finding sexual stuff. Like, where that come from? What you mean, nigga? This your profile. You be looking up titties. I'm shooting you stuff to Jack because I know how to feed you now. Y'all need to know that. They show Magog over him, what, more different person. And the reason why we look at it, because it's important for us to know. They put Gomer, Magog. I don't know who mapped this is. Let's say Russia, Moscow, China. They used to holler Russia and China. Tubal. You see Magog right here? Come on for a minute. Come on, Pastor. Come on, Magog. You see that right there? What do you see there? Russia. No, you're fine, but see, I'm telling you what, Russia is not far from Turkey.
Right.
And it's not impossible that people migrate.
Right.
But this is what you look at, even with these people here in Russia. What is the name of this water? Now, let me ask you a question. Why would the water be called black and white people be there? Why would these white people call their water black? The water was called black because when the Spanish and the people came, the Greeks, they saw the region of the people were there. They associated the color of the water with the people. These niggas are black and the water is black. So we named the water after the people, the Black Sea. When you go over, you'll see Niger, that they're gonna call nigger. And they got the Niger River because they actually associate their color, that they were black and the river was darker than the other water. So the land was black people and the water was black. You know, they got some water up in Cobb County. They named it after you too. Who know the name of it? That's tight. It's called white water. Why do you think it's called white water? Because Cobb County was mostly inhabited by white people. Most of y'all ain't heard of white water? Mm-hmm. Who you think was supposed to be there? Your black nigga face ran up there anyway then. I'm just being honest. Why you think they called it white water? Cobb County was predominantly white. So you tell me these white folks decided to call their water black. The whole sea black from our white behind. Come on, folks, use intelligence. You see what they got going on here about Bulgaria? What's this right there? That Istanbul? It's down from over this area. So they put Turkey. They got the arrow. Oh, they got this point down here. So you can see a lot of these people reaching the area, and these are people we were worried about coming back fighting us. Because he actually talked about Magog, who was one of the cities that came out. They go back and look at his region. They find about his people. This is Barashit. They call Genesis chapter 10, verse 2.
Yes, sir.
The Benim of Yaphat were Gomer and
Magog.
And Midian and they put and then they put Jackson. Javan, Yahweh, and Tubal and Meshach. They just showed you those same places on that map there.
That's right. That's right.
Let's look at that map again, right quick. Look at these people land. Mm-hmm. This is what they call Georgia. Mm-hmm. See, this is what our people, we destroy because we don't know no better. We keep assuming everybody was in one place. Let's look at it. Okay. Well, they were. Actually, they were, but I'll show that too. So you can see where they start showing you regions of where these people were from. Okay. Come on. Go ahead.
And Tyrus.
Yeah, Tyrus. Come on.
And the Beni of Gomer, Ashkenaz,
Oh, and where was Ashkenaz at?
Germany.
In Europe. They're the largest group it's where the Sephardic Jews and the Ashkenazi Jews are the largest two groups. Did any of y'all know that? Did not know that?
Yes, sir.
How many of y'all didn't know that? The Ashkenazi are considered the largest group of them. The Sephardic Jews are the second largest. So those are the two. You got some little break off name, but these are your two most dominant when you deal with them. So that's why you see Ashkenazi. And go ahead.
And Rifhath
Yeah.
and Togarmah
Let's see what he told us at verse 4. How important it is. Go ahead.
and the Beni of Yavan, Elisha, and Tarshish, Kittim, and Danium.
Yeah, all right. Let's see what he told us. From
These were
from
the,
who now?
These
From these.
were the
All the way
isles,
from Yaphat, where it started. From these,
were the isles
the
of the Goyim.
coastlands of the who?
Goyim
Of the nations.
divided in their lands, every one after his tongue, after their Mispakah, in their Goyim.
So that was their region and that was their language. And the reason why you need to see that, and now it should have, and now it told you by these were the isles of the Gentiles. But Goyim would refer to, we could be a Goyim as well. But he would tell you about this were these people that were separated, that were sent out. And we'll look at when all these people went in their land, because they didn't actually, what he's telling you right now, and this is important for you to know, and how people mess up when they read. First of all, you got to know technique of his writing, okay? The technique you need to pay attention to first, these people didn't start there.
Right,
They did not start there. They all started in one place.
right.
The reason why he's telling you this, because what is his technique? I told you the end at the beginning.
That's
They
right.
did not, they kids were not born in Russia. They were not born in Europe.
Right.
They all dispersed to these areas.
Right.
See, it makes a difference now. Because first thing you're going to do, you're going to make a mess. Because you're going to run out and you're going to say something and you're going to make a mess out of yourself. See if that Yeshayahu said that 46:10. They call it Isaiah. See, when I'm looking for technique.
That's right.
Because the way it read it, how many of y'all assume they were born now? You would have to, by the way, some of them, they didn't know, it's not a reason to think. It sounded like they were born right. The lady came, yeah, man. Russia, baby. No, these kids were all born in one place. Yeshayahu, I think it is. They call it Isaiah. Yasha is what? Deliverer. Yahoo is letting you know whose it is. That's Yahuwah's salvation. Yahuwah, deliverer. Let's say that Yeshayahu 46:10, because I'm talking about a technique. Let's see what he told. This is Yeshayahu 46:10. That's how we know whether it's our Elohim, if it's following pattern. Let's see what he told us what he do. Listen.
Declaring the end
When?
from Rashid.
See that? When we read the first part of what they call chapter 10, that's actually the end. When they got to their lands. But I told you that when?
The beginning.
So you'll know whether or not that's me talking. Well, you'll know whether this coexists with my behavior. So I declare the end from the beginning. And
From ancient times
those things,
that are not yet done.
see, when I told you what it was, they hadn't gone there yet.
That's right.
I told you were going to go into captivity before it happened.
That's right.
So I was declaring the end at the beginning. When he told them they were going to be gone for 70 years out of their land, those people weren't gone yet. They still stayed there.
That's right.
It took time before they actually got that they were going to be dispersed out and they were going to do 70 years. But I declared it to them first. From the beginning, I declared they were going to be gone. Y'all got it?
Yes, sir.
This is that from those things which have not been done, saying my
Counsel
purpose
shall stand,
is going to be established,
and I will do all my pleasure.
and I'm going to accomplish everything I desire.
Yes, sir. That's right.
That's how we know he's going to bring us back.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because if he kept his word to putting them people in their regions, then I know he got to keep his word in bringing us back to our region.
That's right. That's right.
He declared he was going to bring us back. When? Before he done it. He said he was going to bring, we ain't back yet. He was declaring the end at the beginning. At the end, guess what happened? We're going back like he told us.
That's right.
But if I don't know this, then I walk around stupidly praying, oh, Jesus, I'm so confused, Jesus. Please, Jesus. Look, dummy, you need a teacher. So you can quit being so stupid.
That's right.
I told you if I declared the end at the beginning, if I told you I'm going to bring you back in your land, when you supposed to get there?
In the end.
In the end. I just declared it early. That's how we know who he is. When he said, let there be light, light shot out before he even said it. It came out after.
That's right.
I got to declare it first, then it'll come.
That's right.
Isn't that right?
Yes,
It don't
sir.
make sense to say, let it be light and light there. I got to declare it, then it comes.
That's right.
So you'll understand what I desire and my purpose, it's going to be established. That's
Yes,
how you
sir.
establish the arise.
Yes, sir.
He declared it. It's got to happen. Come on, let's go back right quick. 10th chapter. Barashit. Da-da-da-da. So that's why it was important for us to watch and look at this. All right, verse 6. Verse 10. Listen, I'm 10 to 6. Listen.
And the Bani of Kam, Cush, and Mizraim.
See that? Mizraim. So who is Egypt? This don't make no sense. That's who the land was named after, Mizraim. Mostly black. Why people don't know no better? I don't know. This way, Cush is the word for the region of Ethiopia. We don't know nothing about no Ethiopia. This is something that the white man has told you and made a fool of you. Matter of fact, let's look up Cush. We ain't got to look it up. Let's go to their stuff. Let's see what Cush means. Let's look it up. Now they'll go name reefer marijuana Kush. He ain't named that land after no weed.
Right.
Hold, stop, don't move, don't stop. Do y'all know where I went right here? Google.
Yeah.
Google just showed you right then where I'm gonna take you to. Cause why would you be looking up anything else? Nigga, I got your profile. Exactly. Niggas, everybody know niggas smoke weed. See how Google just took you somewhere? How many other suggestions do Google give you before you move? Look what they give you. This is what Google give you. It showed you where to go smoke it at, where to go get your smoke. See, because Google's saying you ain't intelligent enough to be looking up nothing else. What else could you possibly be looking up when you put Kush in other than weed? Look at cannabis. Kingdom of Kush. See this? What we talking about a kingdom? This is a kingdom, an empire of Kush. The kingdom of Kush. Look at him. They're going to use Egypt. Well, the Egyptian, we're talking about the land, Egypt. Assyrian, Kushi, ancient Greece. No, you know good and well, that's Latin. Ancient Greece, they just tell you lie, right? This is the other Coptic. Let me tell you, how many of y'all don't know what Coptic is? This is the behavior of Christianity. Look up Coptic. This denote Christianity. Look it up right quick, Coptic. This is what I like to do. I like to take my time, make sure we look up stuff to know when they're saying something, whether you've been insulted or not. Sometimes you'll think you're being complimented and you don't know what they've been telling you. They got the Coptic Christian. This family closely related dialect descended from ancient Egypt, language and historically spoken by the Copt of Mizraim. Coptic was supplanted by Egyptian. Listen to them. Arabic. So let's go supplanted. Meaning, definition, one of supplanted, past tense, supplanted. Super, what is this? Super, that means when you put a seed in the ground, it comes up stronger than the other ones. Supersede. Supersede and let me do what you got. What is it right there? Your fan? Let me get your fan. I'm gonna replace that. That means she gonna get this back. What that mean?
Something else.
I'm gonna give her something else in the place of this. See, that's why I need y'all to pay attention when you look at stuff. Because these white folks tell you stuff, you gotta be smart to see it. Jump back over with definition. See, I know what supplant means, but I want you to see it so you don't say I make up my own definition. Let's go back to what we're looking at. See that? Google don't want to let you back now. That's what they want to stay right there. That picture was pretty though.
Mm-hmm. Open it up.
Some of these probably have some Kush on them now. So I will do he tell me about the ancient Greeks. We're going on. Did I pass? Well, it was a Coptic. Okay, I know my eyesight. You know that blood pressure. Come back down. I'm looking at supplanted. Ancient Greek. We looking up Coptic. Oh yeah. I'm sorry. Look up Coptic. Coptic. Please. So we were looking at Coptic. Listen, descendants from the ancient Egyptian language and historically spoken by the Copt of who? Egypt. Coptic was supplanted by
Arabic.
as the primary spoken language of Egypt following the Muslim conquest of
Egypt.
Egypt. They're gonna call this is Misraim, Egypt. So all this stuff they come up and telling you about now, they'll try to tell you that Ishmael was Islamic and Muslim, which
How?
makes absolute sense.
Don't make sense.
Because they weren't conquered till later.
Nope, that's right.
They were conquered by the Muslim and the Arabic who came in and replaced and put a language there. So I mean that was not the original language.
That's
All
right.
these people sit around, and this is how dumb our people are. They go back over to Misraim they call Egypt and think they're gonna find some real information. Do y'all not know Alexander the Great and them came through and removed a lot of information?
That's right. That's right.
Alexander the Great was listen, that's who they depict and try to put the picture, try to make a lot of the accolades of Yahushua behind. Because he lived to be about 33 years of age. And he ruled for a short period of time, but the time he ruled, he did so much destruction, wreaked so
Right.
much havoc through
That's
that.
right.
These people went in defacing stuff. That's why you'll find them Sphinx sitting there, they don't have no nose on them. When they went into them caves, all they did was change the drawings. You think what purpose is gonna make? Go in, take down the noses, and then leave all this writing or scripted up on the bill. Unless I take it out, then I go in and I start to re-script. Let me tell you something about all the Dead Sea Scrolls stuff these niggas begin. I don't run behind them. Let me tell you, this stuff done already been busted.
Yep.
That these bastards have been going to what they call Bedouins, I think they are. These are Arabics that considered to be desert, sand
right.
niggas. White folk
That's
call them.
right.
Yeah, the Bedouins.
Yep.
They ain't never sand niggas.
That's right.
These are people that live out here and they go in those caves and they start scripting and writing and put them there, put
sell
them
it.
out, and they sell them to these white millionaires.
That's right.
Look, all these years, how you done walked in the cave and the stuff just
That's
laying
right.
here? You the first person to walk in this cave?
Come on, that's right.
Whole pages, whole books written. They've been busted for this whole thing, for rewriting, putting stuff in. They make a fool out. Who you think? The scripting style is Arabic.
Yup.
This style right here, that you call in Hebrew, is Arabic.
Yep.
This is an Arabic style writing. We got this from captivity. We went back in and had to change our writing. That's how we got it. So everything you got been changed by these people that come along that's oppressing you. Who you think helped these Arabic people come in and take their place over? Everybody that hates you and hates your identity.
That's right.
People that don't want any existence or knowledge of you before anybody sitting around, they'll try like the nigga can't find out when he got him. Tell the white man to tell you when he got him. Tell him to tell you when he got him. Because when you got him, the place was dark, wasn't no light. So the people gonna absorb the energy from where they from. That's what we did. We absorbed the energy for us. That's why we dark. The sun got here and just came and enriched us. Hello? That's what you do. Your eye does the same thing. Most of y'all don't know it. Your eye is designed to open to light and to close to light. When less light, the more your pupils open because they're going to absorb in light. Even in darkness, it's going to find light. Your pupils are going to mask themselves because you know what it's looking for in pure darkness. It's going to find light. It's looking. You'll sit long enough, and after a while, you'll start to kind of make out something because your eye can pull light from darkness. Don't let these crackers tell you that. Don't be stupid. And the more light we get, the more the pupil are closed. They realize I don't have to use so much. I don't have to strain so much. You got it. And that's what happens when we get clarity and we get understanding. We stop straining. You want to be on your knees begging and scuffing up your knees and telling lies, dumping your wallet in your pocketbook for some broken promise. Because you can't object, you can't take in any light. Crackers ain't gonna fool me with that stuff.
That's right.
What is this? Joseph gives an account of the nation of Cush, son of Ham. I'm gonna leave the grandson of Noah. Nuach is his name. Y'all know we know that. Just read what they said. For of the 4 sons of Ham, time has not all heard the name of Cush. For the Ethiopians over whom he reigned are even at this day, both themselves and by all men in Asia called. This is a name that was given to them from the Greeks. And the name was called Ethiop. It means I burn my face. That's not what they had. Greeks told us that. The Greeks convinced them that their faces were black because you burned them. Because they looked at their white skin. Hypothetically, you white, hold here. My skin ain't like that. Nigga, you must have burnt yourself. Can we look up the word Ethiopia, where it come from? It should have come from Ethiopia, which means I burnt my face. Can you imagine how a white man can be? We've been walking around, everybody black, we've been going. One white person walked up and said, what y'all niggas do? Y'all burn your face? And that word was called Ethiop. Ethiopians ain't that smart. They call themselves by a term not saying they burnt their face. You're going to accuse me of burning myself? When our book clearly told us that the Shamash smiled on me,
That's right.
it favored me.
That's right.
But he convinced you that you burnt your face. Told you made your hair nappy. The term Ethiops, Ethiop or Ethiop are, what's that? Archaic words from a dark-skinned person, often from Ethiopia. They may also refer to the people of Ethiopia, black people in ancient Roman history. Ethiopia. Roman history, term, Africa. Word for a dark-skinned person, often from Ethiopia. They may also refer to, this ain't helping me here, because then they should, Ethiopia. Should have sort of derived from the Greeks, didn't it? Classical, ancient. Well, this is Google again. They want to take me to Amazon. Well, I say Ethiop white person. You saw that at the bottom. Yeah, but the Greeks actually gave it to them. Should see the Greeks gave the name the Greeks gave them. Look up the name the Greeks gave them. We might have to go to go if these crackers don't let us go. Now let's see first. Let's fight them right here. Cause I don't want these folks to think I'm running from nothing. You try to show these people that's not the only search engine, but I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Put the name the Greeks gave them, yeah. Origin. Language over the time. Etymology. Now, saying why this homo, they put that saving they want to, but we ain't gonna use that. Ain't that right? Originated somewhere around the modern Ethiopia. According to Genesis, marked the southernmost part of the Garden of Eden, assuming that Havilah was situated in its north. The river Gaim was the second river. They're gonna call Eden, all this stuff wrong, and flowed around the whole land of Cush. Top one, the name Ethiopia is Greek. The word for the word Cush or Nubia, the country south of Egypt, which was pretty much the southernmost border of the known world in the Bible times. So I told them it was Greek. The Greeks should have had a definition showing them that they call it, I burnt my face. They do. Well, you found it. Google, give it up. He said Google WordPress. Word or Google Ethiopia. Don't eat your mask. Ethiopia. I think you asked about ethics. I want the people to see this for themselves if you hadn't seen it. Because I don't want you to go and repeat what you heard Tony Smith say. I want you to repeat what you read. From this now show you from the Latin, Ethiopian, Negro, from the Greek, Ethiop, long supposed and popular etymology to be from, what's that, anthem to what? Who? So he's trying to show you the Ethiop, it means to burn, and the op means face. See that? You burned your face. White man convinced you that you burned your face, nigga. And you gonna sell me, you gonna fight me and hate me? And they gonna come up and tell me, I'm an Ethiopian. Nigga, shut your mouth. You know good and well you ain't burn your face. That's how, everybody got their name. Don't you know, this is what's dangerous. When the Greeks and the Spanish people came, they named you. I don't care what you called yourself before that. There was Cush because of the region. It was named after his son. The whole region was called Cush. No, the white man came and looked at you and say, so black and dark. You must have burnt your face. You know what? Y'all Ethiops. I am Ethiopian. You're a stupid nigga. Mm-hmm. I've been told to people that, but you said, they done told you where it come from. This ain't your word. Why would you go around telling it from the Greeks?
That's right.
The man is clearly saying, look at that, opt, that's face. Opt, ethyl, it means to burn. Nigga, you saying you burnt your face. That's in your Bible. Ethiopia's in your Bible. That's right. Who put that? That's our terminology?
Nope.
The Greeks. Your oppressors.
That's right.
That's why I told you that book is dangerous if you don't have a teacher. That's right. Google didn't want you to, look how long we've been searching looking. Google keep you away from this. You know what most people do? They give up and quit. Because the searching ain't designed for you to do this. This is hitting a profile saying, these niggas here keep looking stuff up. Why they keep digging so hard? Because now you got to ask yourself, what was your name before they came? That's right. The region was named Kush. Then he done named some weed. Kush, nigga done growed in Alabama. How is it Kush and you done growed in Mississippi?
Right.
Arkansas. Man, you want to smoke some Kush? Where it come from? Man, I got this here from Marietta, Georgia. Kush. Okay. We can come on back over. Appreciate it, Pastor Dixon. That good when you see different congregations work together like that. Ain't that right? Them different congregations. So there you see 10 and 6. The Benin, that is so sad. The sons of Cam and Cush and Mizraim and Put and Canaan. How many of y'all don't know what Put is?
Libya.
That's Libya. Now this is what you got to ask yourself. Let me see where it's at. See, listen, none of these Negro preachers going to take no time to show you this because what you don't realize, why you think they went and destabilized Libya? That's why they went. Most niggas look at the TV, they don't know why they showing these countries that they destabilizing. Mm-hmm. It is because they possess certain wealth. When Yahuwah gave out these regions, he told you these were their regions, these were their language after their tongues. The white man knew. He gave you those regions. He gave you coastline. So therefore you could travel. Why you think who said ports up in deserts?
Right.
You said ports off the coastline.
Come on.
Which means he set them up for trade,
That's
for
right.
industry.
That's right.
Why y'all think these white folk invade all these countries and these islands? Because these are ports for trade.
That's right.
Whites and the Chinamen are taking over all the ports.
That's right.
But he gave them to you. Why you think these storms come in this wreaking havoc on these beaches? Because he know they cracker done took your land.
That's right.
Put or put. They gonna call it Hebrew. Look at him. Septuagint is a Greek word for 70. Septuagint Greek, this he give you another name, is the third son of Ham. He's still going back to Ham, one of the Benin of Newark. They tell you, in the Bible, table of nations. See, he let you know this. This is a table. Now, he also has a table when it comes down to different elements. He got a table when it comes down to the illnesses. He got a table when it comes down to minerals. He also has a table of how every nation got him. Why you ain't got it, nigga? He knew because you don't have it, it's going to destroy you. The Greeks got that. They kept it. Now came and took the man, now call him Ham. That's what them niggas need to know. He going to tell you Chronicles. Why? Because this defer to his God. Chronos is a Greek god for time. The name for the word is Dabari Hayamim, which means the matter of the days. That's why we need the book, because it gave us what mattered in those days. Why we was only dealing with what mattered. This matters. It told you who begot who and who begot, because that was part of your table of contents. That's right. You think that man gonna give me that book, I'm just gonna sit down and read that book? I'm watching you. You watch everybody that shoved that book in your face and just got you start reading. Especially when you see how inaccurate stuff is. The name of put is used in the biblical term for ancient. What is it called? but what did it mean? Scholars proposed the land of Punt, known from the ancient, look him, Egyptian annals. So they got to move you around again, give you a different name. So everybody keep working you. Everybody keep working to give you different information. Libya. These are parts of the region where people that derived out from you actually dealt there.
That's right.
He moved them.
That's right.
He removed them and placed all of them with white skinned people and told you that all these people were originated from
That's
there.
right.
Now you ain't got to care about it. That's what you do to your neighborhood. He'll go and show you a neighborhood, and the next thing you know, when you come through, you'll look at it, it'll be all white. And you know what you'll say? Man, these white folks always been here. These white folks, when you don't really know, you were displaced. He took y'all. Y'all see Lake Lanier?
Yep.
Lake Lanier was a thriving black city. A whole, how many of y'all didn't know that? Bastard. We're going to need to put it up and show them. Let them see the video. Listen, no more talking. Let's deal with facts.
That's right.
That's even from me. Do y'all really need my mouth up here, or you need facts? Something that you can say. I say Libya was put. I say Ethiopia is the original name of the place. What does facts show when you go back and you research it? They admit to you and tell you that. We gave them that name when we came there, which means if we gave you that name when we came there, what was your name before you met me? That's how, so now, do I just question that one specific topic, or now I have to look at everything you ever told me? Everything you told me, I got to check you now. I got to check you. I'm finding you to be a liar. What is it called? The race for cleansing. The racial cleansing that drove 1,100 black residents out of Forsyth County, Georgia. Lake Lanier. One of the most popular lakes in Georgia.
Yep.
One of the most popular. Whatever reason, these rednecks come from all over just to go to Lake Lanier because they destroyed the town where blacks worship, where blacks built, where blacks thrived and had industry and business.
Yep.
They destroyed it and flooded it out. When you go there now, how much remain you see?
None.
Let me ask y'all a question. So the white people came. Can it do it show any picture what it looked like before Boston? Please, thank you so much. Appreciate our team, but I need y'all to see this because I have a point. Y'all wait, that's the ground, Monty. Can they see that? Look at this. I could burn some sage. I know the plants get tired.
Resume Now is America's top resume builder and is now free to start. Just click this video. Get your job 2 times faster.
Developing right now, more details about the abduction and killing of a woman near Grant Park in southeast Atlanta.
Y'all know what color she was.
Homeowners, this incredible tip is just for you. If you owe less than $331,000,
it is hidden in a narrow patch of forest between rows of $500,000 homes. Even looking straight down, nothing betrays the mystery of what lies beneath. These tombstones are all that's left of the old Black Baptist Church at Stony Point. Look closely at the dates. Why do they all end before 1912? This is not evidence of promises broken, but of loved ones kept away, because the men, women, and children buried here were the only black residents of Forsyth County, Georgia, for nearly all of the 20th century.
All of the Negro people had to leave. There was knocking on the door, and they were told to get out.
Elon Osby heard the story directly from her own mother, Willie Mae Bagley, just a 2-year-old back in 1912 when the Night Riders came to their home and so many others in Forsyth County.
Can you imagine the fear that they would have felt? There was a wagon that my grandfather had, and so whatever they were able to, get on that wagon and save, that's what they left with.
William and Ida Bagley paid taxes on 60 acres they owned in 1912. We could find no record of any sale in the county courthouse except those of white men later selling parcels of the Bagleys' land to one another.
When you were forced to leave and you're fearful of your life, would you have come back a couple of months later so you could do a business transaction?
The 1910 census showed the Bagleys among 1,098 black residents of the county, a tenth of the total population. By 1920, nearly every last one of them was gone.
There are these long stretches where decade after decade, the black population of Forsyth County is zero.
Author Patrick Phillips documented the racial cleansing of Forsyth County in his book, Blood at the Root, after he grew up near Brownsbridge.
What's really unique about Forsyth County is the bigots and the racists and the white supremacists in that community, which is not to say all of them, because there were quiet dissenters like us, but they succeeded and they won and it worked and it held.
There weren't segregated water fountains and segregated bathrooms and segregated lunch counters because there was no black population to be segregated from the white population within the county.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. And you know, part of what is mind-boggling is this is about 30 miles north of where Martin Luther King was born.
Historical photos show only white faces after 1912. So what happened that year? Thousands turned out to celebrate the public hanging of two black teenagers convicted in a single day by an all-white jury of raping and murdering a white girl named May Crow. The other black suspect had already been lynched right here on the Cumming Courthouse Square.
The lynching of Rob Edwards involved a very large crowd gathering outside the jail, dragging him out of the jail, beating him with crowbars, dragging his body around town behind a wagon, and then eventually his corpse is hoisted to on a telegraph pole, and everyone in the crowd takes turns shooting into his body.
Time has not stopped at the cemetery where May Crow is buried next to a Confederate soldier. The headstones here continue through the 20th century, unlike the black graveyard at Stony Point.
What emotions come to mind when you see those pictures of those tombstones, some broken, some buried, some recently unearthed?
That white people felt we had no value, not in life and not in death.
White only, no black! The constitutional right!
Civil rights leader Hosea Williams and other activists marched twice in Forsyth County in January of 1987.
We haven't had none up here since the first of the century.
They have the right to live wherever they want to, but we have the right to choose if we want a white community also. That's why we moved here.
They were met with fierce resistance, which locals blamed on outside agitators.
We were invaded. We were their battleground. Black and white together in Forsyth County. There's no other way.
Not outside agitators, but in fact a really endemic kind of fear and bigotry and readiness for violence that was taught one generation to another and passed down.
The phrase racial cleansing is offensive to them. Shouldn't it be?
I don't know how they can say it's offensive to them. What do you think it was to us?
Back in 1912, whites also blamed outsiders as papers across the nation documented the campaign of terror that led to the expulsion of the entire black population. But we don't know how the local paper covered it because this is the only known surviving edition of the Forsyth County News from all of 1912. It features an article praising the public executions.
Most of the Forsyth County News has been microfilmed, digitized. You can access it online. But 1912, all but one issue, one edition, has been erased. It's vanished. What's the importance of making sure this history isn't erased?
So that it doesn't happen again.
Just across from the spot where Rob Edwards was lynched, Lady Justice faces history wearing her blindfold. But soil from the square has been collected in a jar, and the name Rob Edwards will soon join the lynching memorial at the Equal Justice Initiative.
The Community Remembrance Project of Forsyth County really got this rolling and worked with the Equal Justice Initiative. So they're going to put up a marker that will memorialize Rob Edwards and tell the story of that lynching. And that's going to be on the spot where he was lynched, which is something I never thought I would live to see.
This with the marker is a first step. I hope that it will continue. I hope that there will be other efforts made by white people to make this a new norm for Forsyth County and everywhere else in the world.
There are already several hidden markers to the black community that once thrived here, now surrounded by new neighborhoods that are increasingly diverse. Some of those new residents are buying homes here, on the land Elon's grandparents once owned. The old Bagley place is now among the most valuable real estate in Metro Atlanta.
That's good. I'm sick. Y'all didn't read one of them articles? It said where they moved them to. Did anybody catch the city? It said they were moved to Marietta, Georgia. Well, they wanted Marietta, they moved us right out of that too. I was looking, one of them said where they were moved to Marietta, Georgia. And where Marietta, Georgia predominantly is? See that? When they get ready, and that's why I'm trying to, let me say this. I really ain't gonna hold y'all long now because I ain't got no more to say. I know it's long, it's drawn out. But can y'all see the importance of why I make us sit back and look this stuff up? When you go back to look up in this information, they just told you they don't have any information before 1912. That purpose, he told you there's only one newspaper left for that. So whites can clearly say, we've always had them. Ain't never been no niggas here. And the whole time you were there first. They ran you out and raped you and drug. Look, and built courthouses. Wall Street, blacks do stock, we trade on Wall Street. Wall Street sits on the top of black graves. How do we the Indians won't let you do it to them. The Indian people have already gone to Canada and they're making them go back to those schools. Listen, they're making them get that land back, get them off of that land. They have babies born. Well, the Catholic Church were taking their kids to educate them. They were killing them and they were raping them. Now, first thing we do with niggas is send our kids to a private Christian school. Yep. Catholic theology. And then we wonder why, look, more of these kids get molested in these Catholic schools and institutions than anywhere. More sex go on with these places than anywhere. And they'll put out a decree, we go with abstaining from sexual immorality. Notre Dame, Catholic school, rapes, same thing. They always but they'll put the image out to make you feel safe. These crackers have never changed. I'm talking about the rhetoric of them. Just like the white guy said, well, it was, all of us, some of us were just quiet. If you sat back and you watched it, you were guilty. Yep. Let me tell you what I want to do. I'm straightforward. I'm not finna sit around and just watch no black guy just kill a white man for no reason. I don't subscribe to it. I don't go along with it. It's just wrong. I go along with anybody that do harm to us, then you do everything you can to stop them. Y'all hear me? They can look like we're the invokers of this violence or we're the invokers of these protests. No, he started. He threw the first stone. He started the fight. Now it's our job to end it. It's just a matter of time. Just like we start overpopulating these little counties now that they took back. Notice, they said, why are these blacks moving the area? Because you know what? Inherently, we're catching on. We were there before. Yep. You come to these places, they're trying to keep a little King Tut little home looking like it's all white. We've been here before. These white folks were not the first inhabitants of no Conyers, out of no Covington, none of the other areas. They ran us out of here and they murdered us. And now look at it. For whatever reason, we've been driven back to these places. They trying to figure out, once y'all going to the city, when y'all gonna try to run downtown? We like, no, we want to live out here. We want land. Now look at Mo Black, they want land. They had an apartment and had us in a little condo. Now we start saying, I want a house with some land. Because guess what, with land, guess what, you can thrive, you can grow, you got room, you got space. In an apartment, all you got is that little area and month to month, come out the door, and that's where your profit stop. They know we're catching on. So they got to poison your mind about me and people like me that's trying to awaken, arousing your senses to tell you, we got to get back. We got to get back to being made whole. Huh? Like Mark said, you can't cut my fingers. I got ching ching, I got to be whole. When they want to cut off Martin fingers on life, he said, I got to be whole, ching ching for my job. It's time for us to be made whole. So when you sat down in any one of these institutions, it could be Hebrew, Abari, we Yehudi, it could be Islam, Christian. Start looking at what these people are telling you and how does this help you? How's it really help you if you don't know the places, you don't know the real terminology? How are they helping you? We are trying to be a people that's delivered. How you delivered when you still in bondage? You don't even show any type of actions of people want to be delivered. You stay on their job, you kiss their behind, and you wait on them to give you something. They're not the people that want to be delivered. The people that want to be delivered are going to make changes. You know what I'm saying? Our behavior, our action going to show it. When Jacob, who they called Jacob, started to leave, when he left from Laban, he looked at me and told him, he said, I can see how you long for your father's house. His face started to show him. He could see he wasn't happy anymore. We got to stop doing a little ching-ding dance for this cracker, make him think we happy. We got to let him know we ain't going to never be happy with you. We ain't going to never be satisfied with your sister. That's right. Ain't no PPP, no SBA, ain't no grant loan, ain't no apology on no paper going to do us no good. We got to be made whole. That's right. Y'all know how that's only one film. That's only one of how many millions. That's right. That this man have went here and whitewashed his paperwork. White people telling you he got rid of the evidence. But guess what he did? He kept all the Bible. If he could do that in 1912, Boston, get rid of any information, any paperwork about me in 1912, how much had he kept since the beginning of time? Why am I trusting this same book? The same people that got rid of that information, that paper, wrote this book, Leon. And you think I'm stupid enough to sit here and go for it? You can't be that dumb. You can't be that dumb. You think he learned that in 1912? He learned that from the Greeks and the Latins. He learned that from everybody else who oppressed you. Get rid of their existence. Get rid of their writings. And you got to write your own story and give it back to him and tell him, this is the only truth out here. Yep. When he get that paper, my dumb, ignorant parent said that. But he said, listen, let me say that. He said, listen. He said, if God got anything in here better than this, he kept it for himself. Ha, 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 ha. A retard. Everything Elohim wanted us to know, he revealed it to us. Pick him up right quick at Amos, they call Amos. Tenth chapter, Bamidbar. 10th chapter, 24, 10:24. I want that Amos too, since I'm gonna try to let y'all go from here, all right? Amos, we'll do 3 and 1. Give me Bamidbar. They call it numbers. Bamidbar. It means in the wilderness. See, it should be 10 to the 1. See if it's 10:22. Might be 24. Y'all work it. We'll work it out. We'll get it figured. Hold on. So we'll do I think in the 29th chapter, Allah Dabarim, 29. Should tell the secret things belong. Is it the 29th chapter or is the 10th chapter? What I'm looking for in the 10th chapter, might be the 10th chapter of Bamidbar. Y'all worry with it. They call it numbers. Bamidbar means in the wilderness. What is this? What is this right here? Right away. What is this? Oh, this is Mushah with his ox. So I'm going to read down before that when he was talking to his brother-in-law, which should be his kahal, I think is the word for brother, for in-law, brother-in-law, father-in-law, mother-in-law. I want to say it's kahal, Khol, I think it is. Kahal is the word for brother-in-law, father-in-law, mother-in-law. Call, they'll do K-O, no, call, sound. They spell similar. There's a different word for mother-in-law. Here we go. 29. That's all done. Allah Dabarim said it. They call it Deuteronomy. All Laha Dabarim. Dabarim. 29. Let's see what he told us. They call it Deuteronomy, but the proper name is, and these were the words, or these are the words. Allah Hadabarim, 29:29. Listen.
The secret things
belong to who?
Unto Yahuwah.
Y'all hear what it said? The secret things
belong to Yahuwah.
I want to know what else you want to know.
Our Elohim.
That's who our Elohim. And what else?
But those things which are revealed.
Those things that were revealed, which was given us, that was, made known to us, where they belong to?
Belong unto us.
And?
To our beneath.
How long?
For alam.
Forever? That for what reason?
That we may do all the dabarim.
That we might observe all the dabarim
of this Torah.
So what's the purpose of the white man giving you this book that's got these fragmented pieces?
So we can't do it.
What you have is called a fraction. A fraction is something that cannot support itself. If I took a pie, okay, circle, make a circle, make a pie. And if I cut it in half, you have a fraction. Because at that point you have a half. If I cut it in fours and I give you one, you have one and I have 3/4. This is called a fraction. We're trying to get to a point where we can support ourselves. This is how he's gotten the black man. He's divided it. Let me see. Y'all married? Y'all, so that makes y'all a whole. And y'all have a kid. That's a whole family. Come on. Now you got a fraction. Now take that baby. Now she can't support herself. I just made them a fraction. They give you mathematics. This is how they destroy you, nigga. I just destroyed this home. I just took a whole and I just separated and I made it half. That's a fraction. A fraction is something that cannot support itself. It's a portion of. What you think the purpose of? What are they doing when they get the man out of the home? The niggas using math. These are fractions I'm using on you. That's good. He's like, I want to get back so bad. I know. They were holding hands, all that love making hand holding. But y'all can see how this works for you now. Let's look at what the definition of a fraction is, so I don't think I'm just talking. See, but you're reading a book and you don't realize. So, and he just told you that everything that was secret, he kept for himself. Everything revealed, it was for you. But so who are you the people who originally speaking? Said it belonged to them? They said it was for their children, which means they would have kept a copy. They would have recorded it because they knew they had to pass it down so they could do it. So if he only gave you parts and fragmented parts, how can you be a whole people? He just using math. That's why he doing numbers. Why you think he do a census?
Yeah.
These niggas sitting here signing them census, sending them census in. What you think he gonna do when he find out I got 11 people in my home? What you doing with 11 people in there?
Right.
I got to cause a diversion. I got to cause an attack to scatter that home. Let's go to 2. A fraction, a small or an amount or of what? That's how your home is. You ain't got a home, you got a portion of a home. You got a tiny house. And then you got a nigga trying to buy a tiny house. How a stupid nigga here, you to be here and want to buy a tiny house. How the nigga get you a real house? Cause I want to just hook up the back of my truck and pull it. Cause he bought into the psychosis. Tiny is small. That way you don't think you don't want nothing big. You see, he showed you them numbers on there, halves, and this way you at. Halves, 0.5. These are fractions. A numerical quantity that is I let my blood pressure, I seen all that stuff spinning. That is not what it is, David?
A whole.
So I need you to, so this is how he works you. I need you to fill out that census so I can make sure you still a fraction. How many people in your house? 5. 5. What 5 you got? Mama and 4 kids. Good. That's what I need to know. I'm keeping my fractions working. When you put mama, daddy, kids, I got a hole.
Right.
That's a problem. That means I got to start working on more of my divisiveness. So the next 10 years when I run through and I do another census, I need to make sure when you sign out next time, 3 of them kids or 4 of them kids gone incarcerated, You gone or the husband gone. Or matter of fact, y'all ain't even got the house. Matter of fact, y'all don't even live at that address. You know what I do? Bravo. Bravo. 10 years ago, you filled out, it was a whole family. You filled out 10 years later, 2 of you dead. Another one in prison, and the husband and the wife gone. It worked. That's how you divide the home. You give them too much information. You know how many times my parents told they take us somewhere, start saying, listen, folks, keep your mouth shut.
Yep.
Don't say nothing about what's going on at home. How many of y'all remember parents tell you that? What goes on in here, stay well. So why you filling out paperwork sending out somebody else?
Mm-hmm.
For strangers to read it. Tell them to give you paperwork on how many people in their house.
Mm-hmm.
How many people in your house smoke crack? Man doing math and you don't even know it. Huh? That's how he beat you every time. You can take that book and you go home and you pray and you read it. You come back, you'll be just as dumb as you were before you started praying. I'll come back and I'll do the same thing I've been doing because I'm going to check him on everything he says. I can't afford to sit here and open that book up and just start dancing my little lily black behind through it because I'm going to make a fool out of myself. Because he knows if I go back, let's see what he told us to get at 29. I want you to pay attention to what he told you now. The secret things belong to
Yahuwah.
That cracker tell me that what he didn't give me because it was Yahuwah, if it was secret, it was Yahuwah, how you get it?
Right.
How he get it?
Right. Right.
That's what I understood. That if there was something I didn't know, it was because he kept it for himself.
Hmm?
Not because no white people went through and doctrined it. But the things that were revealed belongs to who?
Us.
And according to Barashit, he said, and let him have it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When he made him, he said, and let him have it.
Mm-hmm.
That belonged to him. He see how dominion works. It belongs to him and let him have it. He's going to want it. Don't you? They took your kill instinct from you. You don't take no predator and tie no darn puppy on no string and start putting it through and make him chase it. You put him out for live prey.
Mm-hmm.
That's how the mother teaches him. She takes him out for live prey. She sets him down and says, watch, listen, and learn. And she attacks. And eventually she takes him out and she let him eat from the kill. This is your reward when you kill. Then she sends him out and says, now you do it. That's how you learn. You don't tie nothing on no string and pull it to him. That same junk they do in the zoo is the same thing they do to us. They took away our killer instinct. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about for survival, for overcoming. First thing how we caught, get sick, we went straight to that cracker. We used to take care of ourselves.
That's right.
Man, we had a medicine cabinet, it'll cure everything.
Yeah.
That's right.
All you need was some alcohol, some aspirin, some Band-Aid, and other stuff that'll make it up as we go.
That's right. That's
You
right.
think my family buying some Rolaids? Well, get in and get you a spoonful of mustard. That thing sticking, how many of y'all know about that mustard? Listen, that thing getting sticky. Get you a spoonful of that mustard. That thing gonna burn and they gonna knock it out. That commercial was good. I used to be like, man, I want some Rolaids when I grow up. Nigga, get that mustard. You had a bone in your throat, a
White
top
bread.
full of vinegar.
Eat bread.
Hold on for a minute. What's that? Light you up, you can take light bread, ball it up and eat it. It'll go down and wipe it. Or you can take some vinegar and take that top of that vinegar go down, yeah, there you go. Try to get an itty bitty bone now. First thing to do, 911, ambulance, shooting them out the hospital.
That's right.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna do no more than what we gonna do.
Yeah, that's right.
Nigga had a fever, get some rubbing alcohol, rub them down and break that thing right quick. You just rub them down and break that temperature.
Mm-hmm.
First thing we go, nigga, one notch over 98.6. Ambulance. Nigga, you ain't riding no ambulance like that no more than you rode in a hearse.
No way ain't gonna happen. That's
No.
right.
Everybody know I died. Everybody I know died. I had to drive my own car. I said, man, I want to ride in that thing. I just want to ride and you get their attention and turn. I said, every time they go out, oh, got to drive your own car.
Yep.
Nobody going to let you in now.
That's right.
You ain't riding no ambulance, man. That's spotiotic. Nigga, we ain't know nothing about no ambulance ride.
That's right.
Even nigga dead, they pick him up and put him in the car.
Yep.
So that's what I want y'all to know. He said, listen, and to our children for Benin or sons. How long?
Along.
Forever. That
we may observe
all
the Dabarim
of
this Torah.
How effective are you going to be on becoming saved, creating a relationship with him if you ain't got all of it? If you don't have everything that's revealed, how are you going to be able to match this relationship? And I'm only telling you this because that's why we have to put in so much time to make sure we're right. We cannot afford to do like our forefathers, like we did early in the Christian time churches, where we sat and we lied to ourselves. We lied about it and we made up and we fabricated a relationship versus a relationship was predicated on you knowing your Elohim, of you keeping all his statute, all his judgment, and all his Torah. He only gave you fractions. Because he knew with a fraction, you could never be made whole. When Yahushua went to a man and found a man in a condition, he wanted to know what the man wanted to be. He said, would you like a fraction?
Made whole.
That's the only way he do math.
Right.
I either do whole or nothing. White people teach you fractions. 0.00 point something still tell you something. Anytime you got a zero in the front end point, you already know you're dealing with something really non-existent. But you'll create and fabricate a whole life behind it. And that's the same thing he does with you. You have a decimal in front of you and a zero. I don't care what number you put it behind. Nigga, you ain't nothing. He just plays with you. We got to get to becoming whole again. Because he knew with whole you can move, you can function. How a person gonna function and he got one arm? Yeah, you can do it, but you're not proficient. You said, I do good with my left hand. You don't know how well you'll do if you had with your left, you'll do even better if you had your right.
That's right.
Yeah, we learn how to function. A woman with just her kids in the home, we know how much better she'll do if she had a functioning man in there.
That's right.
A whole lot better.
That's right.
And that's how he done taught you the word. Shoot, nigga do what he gotta do. That's the problem, because you're not whole. You walking out with incomplete information and you trying to attain a whole salvation. It's not possible. When you come to Elohim, you already got to understand what his ability and what he requires. People are trying to come present themselves and what you're offering ain't what he wants. You can come in fraction, but you got to be willing to be made whole. If that man said, well, I'm good, I've been like, my whole hand withered. Man, if I can just get my booger finger. Because a nigga resilient. If you fix my booger finger, I'm good. Because I can point, I can dig. You know what I'm saying? I can do like this out of nigga, be like, nigga, I'll kill you. So I don't need the whole hand. Be honest, I know it's funny, but that's how we've been operating. Versus, what if I gave you the ability to be able to use your whole hand, your whole arm? Now you're functioning as a whole and not in parts. Even the book teaches us in the 13th chapter of 1 Corinthians, he said, when that which is perfect is, then that which is in those fractions in parts got to be done away.
That's right.
Because he's only coming to make this thing whole. That's how we got to operate.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I don't talk long enough. I'm just tired. I'm tired. That video pissed me off. I was going somewhere else in my mind. I said, you know what, man, let me go on and cut this off. I'm going, so I'm going to be out there on a limb by myself. But I'm just tired. I'm tired. Our kids need, you know what else they got rid of? They got rid of other freedom fighters. You don't have all your history, everybody a freedom fighter. Everybody they gave you is somebody they killed. Nat Turner, it was enough destruction they showed you on Nat Turner, a nigga never try to pull that again. Fred Hammonds. This what kill you. Those are just names we know. There are people with names that they never let you know that they erased, just like they did with how many people in that town. So that way it'll just look like, we always get one leader. It's always more than one of us. It's many of us, but we have learned how to connect it and fix a common problem. And the first thing is we got to come back and get some resolve for ourselves. We don't need to walk around with no sign begging no white man for that. First of all, what do we really need? As soon as something happens, the first thing we do, bust out the window, get a TV. First of all, you ain't got a home to put a TV in. Your electric cut off. Where you going to plug it up at? You might steal groceries, but you don't know how to put up. And you don't know how to put it where it can keep replenishing you. You just taking stuff for taking. And white people already know that. That's why they'll let you go. They'll leave them alone. Let them burn. Let them tell. Because you know what? They'll never build nothing from nothing they taking. I want to teach my people how to build from what they take. Y'all got it? That's real genius. Give you $100. What you do with $100? You'll spend $120. What else you gonna do? You're a nigga. Which means you just took a profit, you took a loss, and you just increased your debt load. Because how did you take $100 and you owe $120? That means you screwed up what you got, and now you just increase your debt load, which is mentally going to break you. Now, I can give you good pertinent information can help you, but you know what else you got to always think about? Nigga, you got debt. That debt got to be paid. So while you listen to me, let's just be reality. Shoot, man, I ain't got time for this jump, man. I try to pay this money. I got to come with this money somehow. So sometimes when they give you stuff, it's only to increase your debt load so you can't focus. Every time the white man come to get something, everything ain't help. You know how many people got to come back and look at paying back PPP, trying to pay back SBA, trying to pay back other stuff they got to pay on top of debt load they got. So did I help you or do I increase your stress level? That's how they hurt us. So now we got to start sitting back looking when something comes to us, think about, is this really going to be a benefit or this really going to hurt me? Did you really come to help me or you came to overload me? What's your angle? That's how they've been killing us. Listen, all this stuff these folks doing look like it's going to be a delivery to us. It's going to hurt us unless we come together and strategize, drop our indifference with each other. Stop looking at each other as hate and you're a threat to me. When I don't look at the only way you're a threat to me because somebody poisoned you about me. And the only reason I'm a threat to you because somebody poisoned you about me. So both of them been poisoned. So you got two niggas sitting here, we both eating. Both of us getting sick. That nigga stuck something in my, he stuck something, he think that nigga stuck something. We finna go, now think about it. Man, you didn't cook this. But the first initial, he had to do it to me, I did it to him. And the whole time, the white man sat back and left it out. And I just let y'all nigga reason that out. That'll come out to a gun blaze or a hate. We'll never F with each other again, I tell you that much. I said, nigga, man, I'm done with that nigga, man. Nigga tried to kill me. That's how they put the divisiveness in among us. It's time for us to get our minds clear so we can think. We can come up with rational decisions and get us out of this situation. If we're thinking and we're still in the situation, then we got misinformation. Because information should empower that we should be able to subdue this stuff. We should be able to overcome it. I don't need no power that work in no room. I don't live in no room. I live out here. So when I get information, it's got to be pertinent for everywhere I go, in everything I do. Nigga want no room salvation. Come in, woo! Do I feel like that when I get in the home? Do I feel like that in my car? Do I feel like that in my home? Do I feel like my business or on my job? That's why I be getting strong when I be going. Yeah, but if the strip don't last no further than him, it ain't benefit me. I just be like, I can't use it. Go in the gym, pick up 500 pounds, walk out the door, I can't pick up 20. So where I got to be strong at? In the room. That's going to hurt me because that's not why I operate. He knows I'm not going to spend most of my time now. That's where he going to beat me up at. He going to catch me when you're 20 pounds strong. At home, on your job, in your relationship, dealing with your kids, in your decision, man. That's where he going to beat me at. I'll let you be strong in that room, nigga. Because you come out that door, that's where I'm going to stop it. Don't y'all know niggas going to church gather ain't new? The Klan wasn't coming to church. They sit outside and wait. Y'all niggas good? Been enjoying the Lord? You know what you get when you come out there, huh? You was in there shouting and hollering, running about what you're going to do and running your mouth. We were waiting on you when you got out. Because I'm going to show you, you got nothing when you in that room. You were misguided and misinformed. And you're going to always see me, and I'm going to be the dominant one. I want to break that psychosis. I want you to be all the man you supposed to be and all the woman you supposed to be. I want everyone in kids to have every good, free opportunity you deserve to have. I'll work to do that too. So now y'all know the secrets of my heart. I revealed it because you need to know it. I do whatever it takes for that to happen for us. I just need enough people to willing to do it. Yes, sir. That's good. y'all. We're gonna take up a little money before we get it going. Jerry, did you get the same? Let me run it down to you today. Come on up, let me hear it. Well, I'm running a little cadence here. Come on up. I want you to walk it like you talk it. Ain't that right? Well, you know, what's the phone number again to the synagogue they call? I had somebody to phone and get your number. That saved me some time. Just give me your number, your name, and I'll try to call you back. 770 761 7004. Yeah, I got them there. They'll take a message because they've been telling me people trying to reach me. They couldn't reach me. House, move hard. What's it got? Dash. What it got? You know, I walk it like I talk it. Come on up, Jerry. Let Jerry sing that. I mean, you know, share that is the word share for sing.
That's how we take it. Run it to the youngest. I see y'all like that rap. They say y'all hard to reach. Let me try my hand at love. Say younger. Let me run this flow and I'll run it with a cadence that'll never get boring to you. I'm thankful for this ruach surgeon who I let pour into me. This gift made room, I'm glad he bestowed it to me. Now spit it how he kick it. Keep myself open to receive it when he's spinning. You know I walk it like I talk it. Mix and master this one, I might take it to the market so you can hawk it. I tell you buy, I might sell it now. When I run it, it'll be hot like a kettle pot. Head bob, y'all let me rock, you can tell I'm hot. Tahala every time I drop. With this gon' rock from Yahushua. I'm guaranteed to spruce you up, your hood, it can't be booting up. I say bro, your hood, I chose to fuck a boom, bro, so y'all niggas can loosen up. Give me 2 to 3 witnesses, this part that proof enough. I'm with the rawest ever touched the mic, sure that you could've had it the hardest we could touch your life. I know this touch your heart, rub you on your soul, don't it? Believe that? I know my speech told on me. Peep out the inner man, not flesh that's clothed on me. Don't want you youngins to end up no old comments. I show you I'm looking for him like he owe me something. Me, I'm awaiting this coming, bruh, even if I'm an old mummy. To take hold of the motor this country stole from me. To halak and Shakan, them streets with gold on them. Now I say this in my opinion. You ain't got a little where the adversary got the minute. Pay attention. When real speaking, you listen. You gon' need to be equipped with it. Setting out on this mission, you can be the victim. But this system makes you convict. Stick and move with it so you don't be a statistic. Beep out your enemies through all of that anonymity. They conjure these religions to lie about their identities. These options not exhibit. We really who they pretend to be. Boils down to what you believe. It's not about who in the seat. No situation, but one over you of another nation. Torah stated. You see niggas think got complacent confusion of faces. Gotta be cause it's pain we don't need. They talking about change, that's what we did on our line. Yeah, he's still the same, why don't you give him all heat? Take his joke up on you and learn him home. I know this a rock, I reveal the things you don't see. I know where I came from, bro, this thing look bleak. But if I don't make it in, then that shame on me. See, I got to get this just so that shame won't be. But I keep it short, concise, feel as my Shali. I wrote the Kazoo, let one this plane gon' read.
Hey, Malcolm, one more. Oh, right, Daddy. That's right, run it down to you. All right, all right. All right, we'll get ready to let them give us our announcement so we can get ready and go. Again, appreciate all our still recovering out. Appreciate them and definitely for allowing Mr. Yahuwah to continue to be a healer to all our people. Appreciate our beloved brother and sister came up to see us. Give them a hand clap. Appreciate them coming up from Jacksonville to see us. Let's get the name. Let's get the name again. Appreciate them coming by. What's the name again?
William.
William. Okay, William. So coming from Jacksonville.
Yes, sir.
Okay, who we got with you now?
My wife, Shayla.
Hey, Shayla. Doing all right? Appreciate them coming up here to see us. What you think about it?
I enjoyed it.
You enjoyed it? We appreciate it. What about you, William? What you think?
Enjoyed it thoroughly.
We appreciate it. Appreciate them coming up and seeing us. You know? Appreciate it. A lot of people calling about coming, and you know, with COVID, so much stuff going on, and we don't want to discriminate. People got to get to this the truth. It's to that end now. People got to come. They're going to have to flow this way. Not just him. Everywhere where the bar being declared, people got to come to. Ain't nothing out here. And I don't know about in Jacksonville. Do y'all have somewhere y'all go to in Jacksonville? Okay. What's the name of the place in Jacksonville, my man? How long you trying to get in there?
Assembly of the Firstborn.
Okay, Assembly of the Firstborn. That's in Jacksonville. Okay. Okay. Have you heard of that before, Chanel? Oh, Dwayne. Okay. Okay. Over there. Okay. So you know them. You know. Okay. So y'all know Chanel. Okay. Okay. Well, appreciate y'all coming by to see us. Ain't that right? I tell folks, ain't many folks out here declaring no truth to our people. Our people have been really misguided, been lied to, and a lot of people not telling the truth and holding a standard too. That's the biggest thing. Gotta have a standard with your living. Can't just be putting that out your mouth and you ain't got no lifestyle to bag it up. That's where the power comes from. And that's why people come to see you. They hear me. I'm genuine with people. I ain't trying to tell people no lie, trying to put on no acts or no spirit. Trying like, spirit just moving. Ain't no spirit. Much still telling them lies. That word get in your law. That word probably to go everywhere you go. Ain't that right? Anywhere I can go, the word can't go there. Ain't no use of me being there no way. Let them have it. Anywhere you go to, you're supposed to be a light too when you got it. Ain't that right? So I definitely encourage y'all to hold a stand. I appreciate these members. I don't say it a lot, but I appreciate them for taking a stand to be here. They could quit, make excuses and lay down and find a reason to go out in the street and run the street and get drunk and homemonger and everything else people doing. But y'all took a stance and took a chance on living right. This thing wind up. What you gonna do in the street? Everybody got COVID. Don't ask no stupid question. You've been exposed to COVID. The whole darn world got COVID. Have you been exposed to it? Have you? You doing the testing, nigga. You're a healthcare professional. You've been exposed quicker than anybody. The stuff out here ain't going nowhere right now. Mr. Yahuwah had put it here. He's going to turn us back to him just like he said. He's going to destroy that place. He's been telling us for the longest time winding up. Earthquake, Haiti tore up. Now Cuba finna suffer from it. If they talking about South Florida getting it, you got tornado. We got what, hurricane coming behind it. Hey, man, look at that. That's Haiti. Look at that. That's a live update of Haiti right there. This earthquake here has been harder than the one they got here. And you know, they still ain't, you know, the bigger part of the earthquake, it's the hundreds of aftershocks. The earthquake is the initial. You have up to 100 aftershocks. That means it could be 3.4, 4.5 that hit you. Those consider aftershock. I don't know what these crackers tell. That's still an earthquake. If the earth shaking, that's an earthquake, right? So it's shaking again. Oh no, that's the aftermath. That's an earthquake, you retard. He ain't through shaking the place. Look how he tearing them down. Them people flunk. You know what happened to them before? All them people, when none of them stay inside of a building after that. They all ran to, would you stay in a building, you saw that stuff collapsing? Mr. Hood gonna call, he calling everybody, you finna be outside. It's just a matter of time. America done went too long. She done went too long. She done sat here and we done enjoyed all her delicacies. She done stole and took. America, you on deck? Yes, they not exempt. Look, California got their worst fires now. America's being burned. They just said another, I forgot what country, they just got, the fires over in Europe, they're stretched all the way to Russia now. He's tearing these places up. All of them, everybody had been a part of our demise. Mr. Yahuwah punishing them. He punishing them. What it look like, Boston? Look at already 200 dead. That's the first initial count. They got 200 dead so far they found. He ain't done. Like he said, he ain't done yet. He ain't done yet. That man, listen, if you serious about getting your life right, you're going to have to turn. I ain't no time to keep shucking and jiving like I said, no street. I'm done with that junk. I told these members, listen, Y'all don't play it around long enough. You're off my books. I ain't got time to play around. This thing's serious. That man winding this place up. What you got out here to do? Run and do what with who? That man destroying this place. That man is serious about us living right, getting back to the book, back to the basics. He winding this thing up on us. I plan on being ready. If don't nobody else go, like he said, shame on you. I got to make it in. So here, man, that man get ready to flood these places out, man. He flood all Africa, flood them out. Ain't no place to go. Every place getting tore up. It's a disaster everywhere. Make sure you're living right. Get right, get saved. Can't afford to play around no more. Look at that building, look at that. Can you imagine inside that building, you barely make it out, you walk around everything dilapidated, crumble, you went to sleep, everything up, you wake up, that's your new norm. That's your new day. You can't fix that in no week. It takes years or years to put that stuff back and clean it out. And you know what happened by that time? Another one coming. He tired of us. We done played too long. He'll get your life right. It's time to get your life right. It's time to quit living them lives playing games. The man coming to get you. He gonna come in, whether you ready or not, you're gonna die. Ain't no matter about, I ain't ready. He's still gonna take you. I'm ready. He gonna take you. I'm thinking about getting ready. He gonna come and get you. We done played too long. Time to get right. What's our announcement, Yoshawaka Wickham?